each other and little boys and like rape women and stuff.
Dude, did you just compare the Union soldiers to the Taliban?
I'm just saying that they purport to have a certain...
I took you to Gettysburg today. I tried to knock this liberal junk out of your head. Also, my favorite part of the trip was Chris looking out the window like a dog every monument we passed to see if old Connecticut made the list. Connecticut was not.
Yeah, they didn't send a lot of
prevalent.
They didn't send a lot of soldiers.
Yeah,
I think they did, but we just didn't find one monument.
Yeah, we went a couple.
Connecticut.
Yeah, not one. Yeah, we went a couple lines deep, and we saw one for Delaware. So Connecticut was somewhere behind Delaware.
Damn, dude.
Which is not good.
They kept the Connecticut boys in the back.
Connecticut sweet boys.
Sweet boys out. That's who they were fucking. PA, dude, the Bucktail Brigade.
They would just rotate back and fuck the Connecticut guys.
Bucktail Brigade, dude. Fire some shots, come back and plow some of those Connecticut boys. Get deep in those Connecticut guts.
They should have a monument to all the Connecticut's who got raped.
They do. It says, "Come, Connecticut." That's what we would call it, dude. We'd jizz
Connecticut.
We would jizz up in you.
Oh my god!
I don't believe that.
There's just a harem of fucking people from Connecticut. They'd be like, "Oh, I want that one."
Yeah, you just pick them out. I'd see you and me would be sitting there.
Oh, for sure.
The 69th Brigade out of Philly.
Pinch of whiskey, spitting tobacco.
You'd see old Christopher with his. You'd have like a feather in your cap. You'd be all pumped. You'd be like, "Oh, Papa, I'm off to war now." Me and McCusker would scoop you up. Like, why don't you come over here, man? Come over here. We'll give you a little. You want a pinch of tobacco?
I can see that.
I've never tried such a thing. Whoa, war is an adventure.
I've only sipped cognac before.
Just like that,
oh
dude.
My God.
Me and McCusker.
I could see that. If I was like a general back in the day,
you would be
having a real Virginia Cavalier style to a big feather in the cap. Yeah.
You'd have a horse, you'd have white gloves,
dressed like
white gloves.
You would. That's what Jeb Stuart dressed like.
Jeb Stuart? Who's Jeb?
Jeb Stuart. He was the Southern. He was like the cavalry from the South. He was like a guy, but he was real fucking cocky with his outfit.
Really?
Real. It'd be like
I'd have a real thin sword.
You would.
Saber, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you'd have a rapier.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what I'd be. I'd just be a fat guy in a coat.
I'd be a dirty dude with a dirty ass, dude. I'd have a fucked up ass for sure.
I think you and I would both be dirty assed.
Yeah.
Shitty dudes standing there.
I mean, they didn't have toilet paper back then.
No.
Everyone had a fucked up ass.
I think they had like a cloth that they just kept on them.
Wipe their ass with? That's what handkerchiefs were for?
Yeah.
I think you just kind of like... What the
no,
fuck?
you use like acorns. Use acorns, I thought.
You use fucking acorns.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
What?
So plug it?
No, because it's like you can't use leaves because you might get like some type of thing.
You stick an acorn.
Swear to God.
You don't stick an acorn. You just use the smooth edge of it.
They probably took good dumps too. There's probably no half-taken dumps back then.
I bet there's a lot of sloppy dumps.
I think when you dump,
diarrhea.
Because if you get to the end of a dump, you don't got to wipe your ass that much. You know, like a dog doesn't have to wipe its ass? I think because they were probably squatting. If you're squatting in the woods, you're not taking half a dump and being like, "Oh, I'm just smearing away, like, the top of a turd."
Dogs also they had cloth.
Yeah, dogs also have like
keep and throw away, like
just
like shit papers.
Dogs also have calloused buttholes.
True.
It's the same way that like their paws get hard, so they can just like run on anything.
Yeah,
it's like
think I'd have a hard
after you shit without wiping for like years.
I've done this. My ass
shit without wiping for a long time. It just gets hard and calloused, and you just don't feel it. It's not like moist.
They sold toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah.
So they had
like
That's good. Thank God. That sucks.
Yeah,
like what the fuck did they do with
just
it?
boxes of little boxes of paper.
Probably buried it.
That was a major problem.
Burying shit paper.
Was the giant armies just dumping everywhere, breaking down basement ceilings everywhere. A bunch of Joan Gillises around there causing fucking headaches. But yeah, they would shit like prison camps, just filled with like cholera, like the worst diseases you can get, just because everyone's shitting everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think
everybody had diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's enough. Even to not even kill each other. If people had a conflict and like they all went into a field and started shitting, I'm like, all right, we got to come up with a fucking. There's got to be another way.
We got to come to the table and talk. You're right, dude. You're exactly right.
It took them a while. I think I think that it wasn't until like the 1900s they figured out like how deep you had to dig a hole so that the bacteria couldn't
really
get out of it. Yeah,
like
it was late. They like measured how far whatever thing in your shit would like go. Before it would die, and it was like 4 feet or something like that.
Yeah, it's rough. Rough times.
Yeah.
Wow, man. We're just talking Civil War.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, this is good.
This is the.
That just if we went down the south and started shitting everywhere, like, all right, knock it off. What the fuck we got to talk about this?
War's over. Yeah, that's what Sherman did. He's like, I'm going to march to Atlanta. Give him hell, dude. He just dumped the whole time. He just brought 30,000 dudes down with him. Dude, and they just shit in every town.
That was part of it, though. That was part of it. Like, they light your town on fire, you come out, there's just shit burning buildings and big turds. You're like, what the fuck?
What did we do?
This sucks.
Yeah,
all the husbands were dead. There's turds everywhere. You're like, what the fuck?
And we just broke everything.
And they're freeing the blacks. God damn it. What a bad year. Someone burnt my house down, took a shit on the porch.
Oh, my God.
They burned down New Orleans, too, didn't they? They go all the way. Isn't there a battle of New Orleans?
I think there might have been a siege.
What? A siege?
A siege.
A siege of New Orleans?
Siege. But I could be wrong.
Damn, dude.
There's a cool
painting. Was a big city.
There's a cool painting.
That was but it was, that was like the Western theater of the Civil War, where it was more like north of that. Up the Mississippi, where that's where Ulysses
proxy battles.
That's where Grant got his start. He was out there in like Vicksburg, along the Mississippi. He was fucking shit up. He was the guy winning. He was the only guy they had that was winning.
Damn.
They brought him in. They're like, dude, come east.
That's
get the victory.
That's my favorite part of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, when they're like, there's like a whole bunch of soldiers coming at them, and they're all gray, so they like start like flipping their jackets around, and they're like, woo, yeah, Confederacy.
Yeah.
And then they get close, and they're just dusty Union soldiers. Yeah. They're like, oh, fuck.
God damn it. We were kidding. Fuck. But yeah, we can't. I mean, we could talk teas. We got some tea talk in the chamber. There was some teas in the Civil War. There was a bunch of teas.
Stop.
Really?
Yeah, women would dress like men and go fight.
Oh.
Yeah, until
like Joan of Arc.
Until somebody found out, and then exactly what you'd think happened.
Really?
I think a couple times, yeah.
Really?
I think the secret got out in camp.
Oh, they instantly found multiple boyfriends?
They instantly had too many boyfriends.
Really?
Yeah, they had one too many, right?
That's
away.
what happened, though? They're like,
I think that happened a couple times.
So it was like Mulan. A couple of Mulans came.
There was a bunch of Mulans. Because back then, dude.
Let's get down to
1860.
business.
Yeah, it's like you could the women look like dudes.
True.
For sure.
Oh, the hard hands and shit.
Ugh.
Sun-withered faces.
Ew.
Ugh.
Flat-chested fucking bitch.
Ugh.
And then you're in your tent, and you're like, hey, Marty, how come I've never seen you take off your slacks? Everyone else has their slacks off, Marty.
Now I'm willing to keep a secret.
Yeah.
But
oh, you got a pussy? Come here.
Oh my God, that must have
I'm
been
gonna need that. Oh, you brought a pussy here? Okay.
I wonder if any of them were like turned on by like those epic dudes all around them. Just seeing like heroes.
Think a lot of them
just
were
constantly
not into dudes.
You don't think
if
so?
I had to guess, I would say those were the bullish of the bulldogs. Those were the ultimate lesbians.
Yeah, these were like hot young chicks being like, "Oh my God,
like,
look at him, he's so strong."
It was like a bunch of Rapinos.
Yeah.
Megan Rapinoe, is that it?
Yeah. I don't know. She's
like 10 of them.
That was before we gave.
She's femme.
She's
feminine.
Is she?
I think so. I mean, she's a lesbian, but she's.
This is before we had girl softball. That was the only choice.
The only thing they could do was join the Civil War.
Go to war. So we're like, no, throw the ball underhanded, all weird.
Yeah.
You guys stay out of this business.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doubleday was there. Guy who invented baseball was hanging out.
Was he really?
Allegedly.
Doubleday.
Yeah, he was at the Civil War. He was at Gettysburg. It's crazy. You see these people. See these names on there. It's like, damn.
He came in and was like, all right, I got.
I'm going to get the fuck out of this dude, and invent baseball. It's going to be sick.
Did he get paid off that?
Yeah.
Dude, I was down south. We pulled up to, me and Brittany went out down, I was in Savannah, Georgia, outside of Savannah. And we pulled up to go eat, and there's these two old ladies there. And literally, the one lady just like we parked in the spot, and there's like a glass window. They're like eating, looking out of it, and they looked and went, "Ugh."
Oh yeah, dude, you told me that.
It was hilarious.
That's because we gave them what for at Gettysburg, dude.
I know.
That's
what we
fought for.
Dude? That's prancing on them, dude.
That's what we fought for.
Fuck yeah.
Interracial sniz.
Definitely, dude.
That's what, dude. That was the call of the 20th Maine when they fixed bayonets. They were like, "Fuck pussy."
Oh yeah, dude. Some dude had a vision of like BBW porn. It was like, oh, I had a vision.
He woke up in the middle of the night, guys, we got to do this.
On this day, my life does not matter.
Oh yeah.
What matters is the spirit of the troops.
Guy before the bayonet charge stood up on a rock, and they're like, "You got to get down. You're gonna get shot." And he was like, "My life doesn't fucking matter, dude. We got to get the boys fired up." And then two bullets went through his intestines, and he died 4 days later.
People get fired up.
The boys got fired up, and they fought like demons. They charged down that, bro. This was the Rochester Racers. This is the Rochester racehorses. You don't understand. The boys from Rochester just saw their man get his guts ripped out. They said, let's fix bayonets and let's charge. Is, Matt, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
This is 1863.
Okay.
We're two years into the
Prime Civ War.
Bro, there hasn't been one successful bayonet charge yet. If you're a bayonet charge, it is a desperate move. Things aren't looking good.
I think you would agree with that.
I think you could go ahead. I think you would agree with that.
Imagine how girly those guys looked once they realized the bayonet charge didn't work. Like,
Dude, like, dropping their gun trying to get out of the way from a bayonet. But then this was it. This was the most successful. The boys from Rochester charged down that hill, gave those Alabamians what for?
Yeah.
And then you know who heard that? Old Joshua Chamberlain up there with the 20th Maine waiting. He said, boy, if they're charging, we're charging. Fixed bayonets. Let's fucking get down there and fuck people up, dude.
Yeah, they had fired so much that their guns were totally jammed. They couldn't get
the resin from the gunpowder was stuck in the barrel. They couldn't even pump the fucking bullets in it.
I mean, it is a bad idea to be like, these guys with guns, we're going to charge them with knives.
Oh yeah, it's literally it hadn't worked yet in the Civil War.
But once you break the line, dude, it is like fuck.
Once a bunch of dudes coming downhill with like spears screaming.
It takes a minute too to load those things.
The bayonet?
No, the
oh yeah,
shit.
you had time to like watch a guy coming at you like, oh fuck, I hope I get it.
The Alabamians too thought they were taking an empty hill.
Yeah, these are the guys that were walking up on that empty hill.
They were like, oh, it's empty. And then all of a sudden the Rochester Racers are coming down.
Planets
downhill.
Full tilt.
No, but this is after several attacks.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many do you think fell? Did you ever run fast down a hill and you're like, oh,
bro,
fuck, going too fast?
I would fall running right now. If I had to sprint 20 yards, I would trip.
Yeah.
These guys were running down like a very rocky, very, tons of trees.
Fuck.
Big boulders, too. Like this was a pretty rocky hill.
Yeah.
Just sprinting straight down.
We've lost it, dude. We've lost it.
We are soft.
Yeah, I would be going. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go get reinforcements. I'm going to.
I would have been the guy like, don't stand on that rock, dude. You're going to get shot.
Fuck down. What are you doing? Get the fuck down.
Yeah, we've lost that, man. We needed that back.
I was even thinking that. We were talking in the car. I was like, dude, imagine back then they were like, the South had all the tough guys. All the North, they were all city boys. Yeah. It's like, dude, those city boys in 1863 must have been the rootinest, dirtiest motherfuckers on earth.
Yeah. What, you talking about like the factory workers?
Yeah. They were living in tenements.
The story of the Civil War, like one of the overall themes is like the North had more people, but they weren't as good of soldiers. Like they weren't tough. The country boys were tough. It's like, dude, by today's standards, those are the toughest dudes imaginable.
Yeah, exactly.
A fucking New York fucking factory worker in a fucking dead rabbit.
Yeah, some guy who just got in the hold of a ship. Yeah.
Bill the Butcher.
Yeah, some dude just fucking floated here.
Floated here. Like, you're on the blue team. Get up and defend that hill. What the fuck is this?
Here's a gun. Here's your jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we lost it. We need to get back to more civic minded.
How about this? Now we're gonna go watch the Fighting Irish. We saw fuss. But Americans started being like, fuck England, let's join France in the war. He was the only one with the foresight to be like, we have 40 guys in our military and 3 boats.
Yeah.
Let's shut the fuck up. So he declared neutrality and everybody called him a pussy. Then England started blocking his like fucking ships. I think he might have been the one who said, we're just not going to trade with either of them. So then the American economy just plummeted. England started just saying, if you're not trading with us, we're just going to confiscate your ships, kidnap all the sailors, make them join the British Navy. What? So he was getting punked by England.
You're talking about Jefferson. Well, it's interesting because Adams, what ended his presidency was a fake rumor that Jefferson started, that Adams was trying to start a war with and start a navy and do all this stuff, and it was all fake. But then it ended up kind of haunting Jefferson because the truth about all that ended up fucking him a lot. Huh. One thing interesting about Jefferson is because he's so famous for having had a slave and having had like 50,000 slaves or whatever, not that many. And having had children with his slave, and I don't think he ever even gave her freedom. He didn't free the kids.
He didn't free a couple of kids. He freed a couple of
freed 2.
Yeah.
And the rest he kept enslaved until he died. And what was interesting about them.
Damn, he did the ultimate because I said so.
Is so like, Dad, can I stop being a slave? He's like, no. I said no. They were like white.
Really?
His slave children, the woman that he
Sally.
had kids with, Sally, was like half white. Or like was very light skinned.
Yeah, I think her mother, because her mother was in his family for a long time.
And his dad was fucking like,
yes.
I mean, it was like,
what?
She was kind of a product of his father.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. But it's but an interesting thing about him in terms of slavery and American politics is that his first elected position was in the Virginia legislature. He was like a House of Reps guy in Virginia, and the very first thing he ever did as a politician was to propose a bill in the Virginia government to abolish slavery in the state of Virginia. It was the first thing he did. Whoa. Of course, he got shot down, but it was his desire and his dream.
Yeah, because he was big on that with the French Revolution.
Yes,
with and Lafayette
yes, and all of these guys. All of these early guys wanted slavery out, but there was no way the South was going to do it.
Yeah.
And they wanted the Southern, because the choice was to have like just 2 countries or 4 countries over here, or have a unified country and just deal with it.
Yeah.
We're going to have slavery, but create a framework where in the future, when it becomes possible, when things change, when things get more modern, we can get rid of it in the future.
And I could be wrong, but I think the North had abolished slavery early, like 1806, which is while Jefferson's in office. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
It was around the exact same time as England. In fact, maybe before. The North. We were right. Us Northerners, we got it right.
A fun Jefferson story that I like is that when he was in Paris, he had this woman, a girlfriend named something Causeway or something. His wife died when he was pretty young, and she made him promise on her deathbed that he would never have another woman, which is a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, fuck,
to
man.
a young man that you're fucking.
Yeah, it's like
not even somebody to take care of the kids they had.
It's like, no, I promise.
Yeah, I know, but he's
oh, for sure.
So it was part of the reason that all of it, including Sally Hemings, that his loves were all secret because he was ashamed of every woman that he loved after that.
That's hot.
And so there was a woman in Paris. She was a British painter, and her husband, she was a woman, she was married, but she was a painter, and she fell in love with Thomas Jefferson, and they were very much in love with each other. But then the way they broke up was very funny to me because he wrote her these beautiful letters. She was in love with him. He was in love with her. But then the French, when he was leaving France, they wanted a great portrait of him to put in the National Gallery. And they said to him, you can choose any painter in the world. And he was like, no, I want, a real guy. And his girlfriend was like, why not me? And he's like, baby, come on. I mean,
you're good. You're
good, but you're not like fucking grown man. You're not like fucking, I'm not for history.
True. These guys were that's the weirdest thing, how history they were like knowing they were going to get sucked into history, which is crazy to think about.
So here's a good one because we got to speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes over, so Napoleon's in there in France.
Yeah.
Post-revolution. This is the Louisiana Purchase. They sent James Monroe over. That was his bro. He goes to France. They thought they were negotiating the sale of just the port of New Orleans. This is all thanks in part to the fucking Haitian Revolution, which fucked France. Look into the Haitian Revolution. Yeah. It rules. He gets over there. Monroe finds out, they're trying to sell all of the Louisiana. Like it's from New Orleans to the Rockies to Canada. It's huge. From the Appalachians to the Rockies, basically. And they didn't have time to consult Congress. So Thomas Jefferson just bought it on the spot, which he was like, I abused the fuck out of my power. And that was his whole thing, is government should have no power. Yeah. He was against any federal.
Well, that's what Jefferson's whole life was, like doing fucked up things and then saying nobody should be able to, like, say slavery. He's like, people that need to stop having slavery. He's fucking a slave, and it's like, somebody's got to put a stop to this.
We got to stop this.
Somebody's got to stop this. Somebody's got to stop fucking these slaves.
Yeah.
Well, Louisiana
I wish it could be me,
got 6 kids.
But I need to fuck this one right now.
Those arguments must have been crazy. Dude.
All right.
But yeah, that was big because that secured the southern port. Then we had
and Monroe was Secretary of State.
Monroe, yeah.
And then wasn't he the
Madison's next.
Because usually the Secretary of State would end up being president,
vice president at this point. Although was Jefferson Adams?
Jefferson was Adams' vice president.
Yeah, so that's two straight vice presidents. Then we got James Madison. He was a dork.
Yes,
he was a huge dork.
He was a nerd.
He was a frail, nervous. Think Gerbies.
What?
He was Gerbies.
Really?
But this is sick. So basically, he had the first. They said his lady was the first lady, Dolly Madison. That was like really like they would have parties at the White House. They would like try to get.
And also, he was Jefferson's mentor. He was another guy like Adams who was there all the time.
Yeah.
He was like a worker. He kept shit going, and he would write Jefferson and say in France and go, "Can you fucking come home and be president?" And Jefferson would write back and go, "I am just enjoying Paris and I don't want to do it."
That's
and then he would float in and just take the fucking big job. And yeah, Madison gets 4 years, and people are like, "Dude, you're boring."
No,
America has never liked nerds.
Madison gets 2.
Don't touch me. Don't ever put your fucking hands on me.
I can't touch your shoes out of respect.
Fucking hands on me.
I'm going to grip you up.
God damn it.
Hold on. So Jefferson was shut the fuck up, guys. Shut up, guys.
Sean, get out.
Sean, don't look at me. So Madison takes some of the flack because everybody was calling Jefferson a pussy for not fighting England. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
What?
So America just declares war on England.
He nerd raged.
On England. England immediately marches down and burns Washington, D.C.
Burns it down.
They burnt the White House immediately.
He spaz cried.
But he spaz cries. He's like, nobody's going to call me gay. But then everybody always acts like we lost 1812 just because they burned that shitty White House.
Yeah.
So first off, Washington, D.C. was a swamp. It was literally a swamp. It was a shithole. No one lived there. War of 1812, we fucked England up. Fort McHenry, the Star Spangled Banner, all that shit. Battle of New Orleans, we smashed them.
Battle of New Orleans was what's his name?
Jackson. Yeah.
And Jackson, they were fighting the Battle of New Orleans. The war had been already over for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the war was already settled.
They fought
the treaty was
1815.
signed.
It was in January of 1815.
And he was still fighting.
Yeah.
Once you get to Jackson, he's incredible.
Wild.
Incredible.
Right. So
first Trump. He was the first Trump.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, America, that's our first war as a country.
Yeah.
So now America is not
before
just
that,
colonies.
because England was just taking pot shots. England would just park a ship.
I was doing it before bed. I was praying.
Do the vice presidents.
Adams.
Are you seriously going to try?
No, I could go. I think I could
Here's
go
a good
decent.
piece of trivia, and don't look it up.
Nope.
Okay.
Here's a quiz question. Who is Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson's vice president after Kennedy was shot? Who became the vice president? Your mother's cunt.
Oh man,
It wasn't her.
It wasn't your mother. It was her cunt.
Her cunt was Wait a second. This is a history podcast.
Yeah.
What if that was true?
You're telling me Jones cunt?
Yeah, because he only needed her for 1 year. And then when he ran
excited to watch this.
Then when he ran, he got somebody else, but he called out, "Joan, I need your cunt to be my vice." He called her from Dallas. You know that famous picture of him on the plane? He called her right before that. I need your vagina to be my vice president.
All right, so let's start from the top. Mom, I'm so sorry that he said that.
I'm not. I never met your mom.
You held back.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
Mom. All right. There's some pretty sick quotes about slavery, too. That he was like, I am racist. Like, he was one of the first, if not the only founding father to, like, constantly be like, I am bigoted.
Right.
None of them, everyone else was like, this is the law.
Everybody was like, Ben.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
This is it's economics.
You're trying to fuck this
it's not
up.
about race.
Like,
he's like, oh, it's totally about race.
Yeah, they were writing the Constitution like, look, our hands are tied. We can't do anything.
They had to break it out.
So he was when he showed focus, he was of use to like the revolution. And the same with Jefferson. Jefferson was like a depressive fucking freak. And so he would just like leave Washington. he would just go like, my wife is dead, whatever bullshit. And he would get on his horse and just leave, because also he was a man of great wealth, and he had his life in Monticello and in Virginia we'll get to him, but the point is that Adams was just a doggedly hard-working. He was the only one who worked constantly.
Yeah.
And it was really the three of them in Madison, but he was the guy who did the hardest work to get this shit started.
Damn.
Yeah.
He also apologized for cursing.
Adams?
In one of his things, he's like, I lament to admit that I sometimes cursed, which I feel shameful about.
Also, when Adams did his did the Constitution of Massachusetts, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is like the most liberal document in the world, because Adams was like, I'm going to get it right. Everything that I couldn't get done in the American Constitution, I'm doing in this. And there's stuff in there about Jews having rights. There's even something about gay people in there. Like he was into gay rights, Jews.
Pretty gay back then.
It's pretty gay, pretty Jewish.
It's gay to be a gay Jew.
It's gay to be into Jews.
So Madison takes some of the flack because everybody was calling Jefferson a pussy for not fighting England. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
What?
So America just declares war on England.
He nerd raged.
He nerd raged on England. England immediately marches down and burns Washington, D.C.
Burns it down.
They burnt the White House immediately.
He spaz cried.
But he spaz cries. He's like, nobody's going to call me gay. But then everybody always acts like we lost 1812 just because they burned that shitty White House.
Yeah.
So first off, Washington, D.C. was a swamp. It was literally a swamp. It was a shithole. No one lived there. War of 1812, we fucked England up. Fort McHenry, the Star Spangled Banner, all that shit. Battle of New Orleans, we smashed them.
Battle of New Orleans was, what's his name?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And Jackson, they were fighting the Battle of New Orleans. The war had been already over for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the war was already settled.
They fought
the
it
treaty was
1815.
signed.
It was in January of 1815.
And he was still fighting.
Yeah.
Once you get to Jackson, he's incredible.
Wild.
Incredible.
Right. So,
first Trump. He was the first Trump.
Yep.
So all of a sudden America, that's our first war as a country.
Yeah.
So now America is not
before
just
that,
colonies.
because England was just taking pot shots. England would just park a ship outside of like a Baltimore or whatever, and just start heaving fucking fireballs for no reason. Like do you know Hudson, New York? It's a town on the Hudson. It has a weird maritime feeling to it. It looks like Nantucket. And that's because it's all people from Nantucket. It used to be this little whaling village in Nantucket. And in the 1810s, the British would just park a ship and just set houses on fire for fucking fun.
What?
So all the people that lived in that town founded Hudson. And they would go out and whale in the ocean. And then they'd drag a whale up the Hudson River.
Holy shit.
And they would slaughter it and then send it down the river. It was a great way to send whale meat and oil down to here, New York City. Yeah. And that established a hub in New York, an upper New York State. Hudson became a very big, important. And that's where you ever heard of a guy named Legs Diamond? Because Diamond Street was like the first whore street.
It sounded like
Hudson became a place for farmers to bring their herds and get laid and get, just fuck and gamble and have their animals slaughtered and brought down here on boats, and then they go home.
Got paid. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what was going on. That's how much things like just the one English ship lobbing fireballs changes a ton of things.
Yeah, some
and they finally needed it to stop.
Resulted in some guy getting ahead. Like, I'm never going to be able to face me wife.
Me wife.
So.
Okay, so now you got...
Now we're kind of unified. That was the first time...
Madison.
The War of 1812, it was a draw. I mean, they signed a treaty after 2 years.
Nothing changed, though.
Nothing changed.
The English stopped harassing us, though.
But we declared war. They came over.
Yeah.
We kind of fucked them up, though. I looked at the casualty numbers. It was like double.
That doesn't matter in the historical.
Of course. But everybody always acts like... Because they got over here and they all died of disease kind of immediately. They got fucked up.
It was hard to...
And they were like, we can't afford to fight this while we're fighting the French. Truce. That brings us to Monroe. Monroe was kind of the man. Monroe was the last founding father to be a president, fought in the Revolutionary War, was at Valley Forge. He came up with the Monroe Doctrine, which is neutrality. We got the Americas. Nobody fuck with us. because they were all worried Europe was going to Spain or Europe was going to come back and take.
Well, that was all the source of all our problems was these other fucking European countries being involved in their wars. So he was the first guy to go.
Yeah, we're never going to go get involved in their wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they were saying was that's like the most lasting policies of any of the founding fathers was like American neutrality. Europe, you can have your wars. We're staying the fuck out. Obviously, it lasted 100 years. Added Florida. Monroe got Florida from the Spanish.
Nice.
So the reason that happened, though, was because of Jackson. Because Jackson was taking his troops to Florida, and Monroe was sending a guy on a horse. Or I don't know if they had telegrams yet, but it'd take him 8 days to say, leave Florida alone. We're trying to negotiate a price. But finally, Monroe decided, we don't want Florida anymore. They're asking the Spanish owned it. We can't afford to buy it. I can't justify it. I'm not going to get it through Congress. And Jackson was writing back and saying, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to take it militarily. I'm going to attack them. And Monroe said, no, you may not. I'm the president. You may not do that. And Jackson just ignored him.
Started attacking
and he
him.
did it.
What?
He took Florida, and then he showed up in D.C. and was like, right? That was good, right? And Monroe's like, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's like, but also I bought it.
Good job. Yeah, also I think
He
we
paid for it.
We paid for it, and it was a mess.
While Jackson was like fucking with them, the Spanish were like to Monroe, they were like, yeah, you can buy it.
He just went and killed him.
He was down fighting them, and he was like,
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna sell it.
There's 2 generals that did that. Him and MacArthur did that too. Just did shit without permission.
Yeah.
And then showed up and said, right, Mr. President, wasn't that the plan all along? And he was like, yes, it was the plan all along. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
So you got that. But this is interesting because Monroe was the first part that
flubbed. He
was a
nailed
bit of a flub. He did do exactly what his goal
he did
was.
what he tried to do. You fucking flubbed.
That was a bit of a flub.
He was not. He didn't make mistakes.
I looked it up. I don't know if they had slaves. The fucking dudes on the Trail of Tears, they were like, we got to bring our slaves.
If slaves are available, folks get slaves. That's just the way that goes.
I couldn't believe it.
But when he was
peaceful,
that's what the part you don't hear is like the Indians are like, you know what he did to us and what he did to our slaves was even worse.
Our slaves had it real bad on the Trail of Tears.
I mean, tell me about it.
Yeah, but didn't they like share everything with their slaves though?
I don't know. Yeah, they were way better.
It was
They were like real peaceful.
It was egalitarian, dude.
They were some of those good slave owners. The natives.
There's some story from some big chief went to the White House to meet with the Jackson because Jackson was very honest.
Yeah.
He didn't underhand ever. He didn't play politics. He did horrible things, but he just went ahead and did them. Like there was a slave revolt during his presidency where they took over a fort. The slaves took over a fort and just said, we just want out. We just want to be taken to the north or Canada or whatever. And so he just got a bunch of cannons and just lit the whole place up. Killed
bombed them.
He didn't fucking care. So some famous, like a name you'd recognize, it wasn't like Sitting Bull, but it was some big, all of the Indians, all the tribes chose this guy to negotiate with Jackson. And he went and talked to Jackson, just the 2 of them, and he came out crying and said,
"What?
We're in trouble."
Yeah, he says, "We're not. This is gonna go bad.
Oh,
it's gonna go bad."
No,
he just had his way of thinking about how it was gonna go. He's like, "No, we got to clear these guys out of here."
Also in line with Trump, he was like, "This is where the term mudslinging starts."
Yeah,
it was him and John Quincy.
Elon Musk.
O'Connie's, but is what I was going to say. But
Elon Musk was in South Africa.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I'm like, Elon Musk probably had
Elon Musk was in South Africa.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Oh, he had him.
He's like a billionaire South African.
That's some blood diamonds down there. He was a bower.
Not a huge fan of the.
I'm like trying to think how his family amassed their fortune.
I don't know. I don't know if he was that rich.
That's why he's working so hard to build robots. He's like, well, we can't have slaves anymore. I better get some fucking robots. Or my family's gonna have to work.
All the AI is just shaped like black dudes. Yeah. He's like, what? This is the prototype.
He's like, I just programmed its voice. It's like, yes, massa. He's like, that's something we're working on. That's how robots talk.
I was
sorry.
I was watching on the way up here. I'm like, this dude, because he is from like a super wealthy family, right?
I don't know.
He has to be.
I don't think you become like a self-made rocket billionaire.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't just be like, I guess I'll build a fucking rocket.
Yeah.
I know he was like bullied real bad. Like,
really?
People were beating the shit out of him a lot.
I like
when
that.
he was younger?
Yeah.
And then he wanted to build a chappy.
I'm going to America.
Yeah, and he started like PayPal.
So he was in South Africa when he was young?
Oh, yeah.
Was he in Jayburg? Johannesburg?
Oh, I thought you were saying something else.
No, Johannesburg.
Damn, dude, chill.
I thought about Johannesburg.
He might have been. He built a chappie. He's trying to build a chappie. He's like,
Come on, brew. They're making fun of me, brew. You have to go to Mars, brew.
fuck yeah. That's
Just be like in the cabin.
Sick.
That happens constantly.
They would set up tents and shit, and they would dude, the one I wonder how old I was. I was at the I don't want to give the wrong date right now. It's like 1860.
Yeah.
What would be 100? I think it was 175 year anniversary.
Oh, you're asking the wrong dude. I don't know. 1860 something, maybe.
Yeah, it was probably around there.
Well, whatever.
It's probably 150.
Subtract 175 from now.
What's 150? What's 150 from 1860?
Dude.
Yeah, it was around that. It was like 1990 something. It was 1993 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Fair
150.
enough.
So I went down to Gettysburg for like the 150 year anniversary, and it was like the largest reenactment they ever had. It was fucking
really?
sick, dude. It was sick.
They
had like a 3 because the battle was 3 days.
It was 3-day reenactment.
They had a 3-day fucking hardcore.
Dude, I swear I heard about this when I was little.
Reenactment.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I fucking watched it. It was fucking sick. I used to go. I would go down when there aren't reenactors and just look at a field.
Chill at Gettysburg.
And be like, sick.
That's awesome, dude.
I would go down to Gettysburg like when I was upset. My ex-girlfriend told me her next college roommate was going to be a guy.
Yeah.
And I fucking freaked out and drove to Gettysburg. I was like, fuck you, we're breaking up. If your next roommate is a fucking man, we can't be together. I can't do that.
You can't deal with that.
I cannot fucking handle that.
No.
And I was like, all right, this conversation's done. I need to go fucking clear my head. I'll talk to you later. And I drove 25 minutes to Gettysburg.
And just stood on the battlefield?
And just sat there and looked around like, all right, these are real problems. This is what a real problem looks like.
So what'd you do?
I allowed it.
But only because you went to the Berg?
I needed to go to fucking...
Dude.
I needed to go to Little Round Top and see where the 20th Maine stood their ground, dude.
Listen up. If you have problems, you're not going to battlefields to clear it up.
If you have a problem and you're not driving to a major battlefield and just gazing upon the field.
Damn,
How
dude.
crazy is that, though?
That's awesome.
I just went down and drove down
there. That's
my
favorite thing I've heard in a while.
I've done that multiple times.
I totally believe you.
I've done that multiple times where like I've been stressed out and be like, I just got to go down to Gettysburg, check it out. It's beautiful down there.
I bet it is.
It is.
So it's not just the field you're looking at, but it's the fact that it was a battlefield. Will any field do, or does it have to be
No, it needs to be hallowed ground.
That's awesome.
Like Gettysburg will fucking set you straight. It's like, oh, I'm stressed right now.
It's like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, this is where the 20th Maine had to fucking fend off like 8 advances.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone died here.
It's a bunch of dumb fucking hicks.
A bunch of guys stabbed a bunch of people here.
Fuck.
It's like, all right, sorry I was being gay earlier about my girlfriend's living situation.
Should have stabbed that fucking dude.
I should have bayoneted that.
Look, I went down to Gettysburg. I'm cool now. She opens the door. You just charge with a bayonet. And I'm like, yeah!
Gotta reload it all slow. Yeah, dude. No, they have horseback there. You can take a horseback tour in Gettysburg.
You gotta go.
I've been to a couple of Civil War battlefields. Gettysburg's easily the best.
Yeah.
The rest of them are not as well maintained.
That makes sense.
My uncle has a house at Wilderness in Virginia.
Yeah.
Sick fucking battle.
That's
dude.
a battlefield too?
The Wilderness.
Fuck.
It's in the woods, dude. It was so densely wooded, they were bumping into each other.
Jesus Christ.
And then they would burn people out. The Confederates started burning people out because it was in the summer, and they'd just burn the woods.
Yeah.
Because they knew that, like, where the fuck are they going to go? We'll just surround them and light forest fires.
Fuck.
But they were wounded on the field. So, like, the military would move out of the way, but the guys that were wounded they said they could hear them screaming. You would try to go to sleep, but they would set fires.
Oh.
You'd hear your boys yelling.
And he lives out there now.
My uncle lives there.
You ever hear the boys
I
yelling?
go tubing.
You go tubing?
I go tubing there now. Yeah, me and Christopher, I took Christopher down to Gettysburg. It was his first time. I said, why don't you head down here? I'll show you something.
Did you give him the tour?
I gave him a pretty decent tour.
It was nice. Yeah.
To be able to drive there without looking and then be like, this is the southern end of Pickett's Charge.
You know the land.
Across the field, I'd be like, that's where they went. Yeah. They went through this clearing of trees to try to get over there.
Fuck.
And then we went up to Little Round Top, which you may know from the famous movie Gettysburg.
Of course.
Jeff Daniels and the 20th Maine.
For sure.
Jeff Daniels.
That's where they charged.
We were up there. It was fucking sick.
It was
so
really
nice.
wild.
They all die?
No, they won.
Did they?
Yeah, they're thinking glory.
I'm just nodding my head, dude. Glory. They all died in Glory. Yeah.
Glory, yeah. They tried.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of before. Yeah,
the black guys.
Yeah. Glory's the one with the cannonball hits that guy in the face.
Oh,
that's what.
I was like, I don't remember that in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Took a cannonball to the face.
Yeah, he's like, let's go, and he turns around, a cannonball just hits him, takes his head off.
God, that fucking sucks.
That'd be a good way to go compared to most deaths in that.
True, laying
cannonball off your head is nice.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we were looking at some of the charges they have. The bullets, where there's just like a case full of beads.
Yeah,
there's just fire things, sprays everywhere.
Oh, like the shrapnel spray kind of thing.
Yeah. Except it's just it's like golf ball sized balls of like metal golf balls, just perfectly smooth. The canister shot is what it's called, and when they get within like 300 yards, it's just.
What was the objective of the Civil War? Was the South trying to get up to like the Capitol? Like, why were they?
The South was north of the Capitol. We're in Gettysburg, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you're it's a Civil War. They have a bunch of cannons and shit like pointing at you. It's like, all right, let's fucking walk around this shit and like try to come from the other side.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was
they almost did that.
What was the objective?
All right, to destroy each other's army.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only way that gets done is
they weren't
if you
trying
fight
to get
each
to
other.
a specific place.
No.
They're just trying to break the spirit.
Well, there were a couple times where they were like, we're going to try. So they were going to try to get the army out of D.C.
Yeah.
Try to lure the army of the Potomac out of D.C. so they could take it. But they were never going to be able to take D.C. They were like... At that, the South was winning every battle up until Gettysburg. Yeah. It was kind of like a war of attrition where the North was getting tired of it. The people in the North were like, we got to stop this. We just keep getting our fucking dicks knocked in.
So they were losing.
The North was losing bad.
What?
Bad until Gettysburg.
That was the turning point.
That was the turning point. And then we were standing at the turning point.
How the fuck were we losing?
The turning point of the turning point, which was pretty sick. At the end of, at Little Round Top.
How the fuck were we losing?
We were losing because the North had a lot of inept generals that were like they.
Yeah, wasn't one of them like a drunk.
No, that was
pussy?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah,
he was a drunk and he was the best. He was our best guy because he was like, "Fuck it, we'll just throw people. We have more people than them.
Yeah.
So every battle we can just we can go person for person." And we'll end this thing in a war of attrition.
Who was the dude who was like, we just got to keep training? We're going to train
McClellan.
Oh, okay.
McClellan, they all loved him. All the soldiers loved him somehow. But he never fought. He was always afraid to fight.
He was a big trainer.
He just had his boys training nonstop. And he always overestimated whatever the South had. Like, no matter what.
Sure.
And Lee, generally, they had Lee the whole time.
He was good.
He was a beast.
Yeah.
He was Bill Belichick. He was the coach, dude. He was the genius. He was fucking everybody up. But at Gettysburg, so like you said, like, why don't they walk around? Every battle was defensive for the most point for the South. Usually the South would get somewhere, set up shop, and the North would come to them.
Okay.
And so they would just be dominating.
So they would just come up and be like, we're in your state.
Yeah, they'd be like, what are you going to do about it? And we're like, you better get out of our state. We're like, what are you going to do about it, dude?
Where they have banners like, we love slaves.
Yeah, they did, dude. No, they went the route of like, they would never mention slavery.
Yeah.
Ever. They never were like, hell yeah, slavery.
So they were like,
this is about states' rights and death to tyrants.
Yeah, because they were being...
Because they were like, the federal government was telling the state what to do.
Yeah.
Which back then wasn't happening.
So that was a... So the federal government won that one.
The federal government was like, yo, you guys better fucking listen.
Damn.
And they did. And now they listen.
Yeah, they won that one.
Yeah, the federal government won. We were the Federals. So they were the Confederates. They were anti-federal. Wow. The Confederates.
So they're basically like, you can't tell us. The federal government has no say in the states' rights.
Yeah.
The federal government was like,
the federal government was like, well, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're gonna. So they're like, we'll kill more. We'll kill you guys.
Yeah.
Until if you guys don't do
this.
They didn't.
The North was hesitant. I think the South was the one who seceded.
Who was
they wanted the. They were like, and then the Union was like, you can't leave. We can't split this country in half.
Yeah.
You guys are staying. And they're like, we're leaving. And we're like, you're fucking staying. Come here.
So it wasn't.
We're a family.
We're a fucking family. Now get over here.
So in terms of the slavery thing, was it as much as slavery or no?
Yeah, it was about slavery. So the South tries to act like it wasn't. And they're like, it's about states' rights. It's about states' rights to own slaves.
Yeah. They're like, we got to stop it.
And people from the South always be like, the North was just trying to like cripple the South's economy by taking away slavery. It's like, why would they? They were in the same country. They're not trying to do that.
Yeah.
So stop
That's
that.
contradictory to a lot of the stuff too. And they're like, slaves aren't even that big of a deal anyway. People didn't even really have them. They didn't. Really,
it'd be like people didn't have them.
Yeah,
people didn't have them. You had them.
Didn't have them.
You probably
no. You know what's thinking probably had them.
Did have them.
Yo,
this is where the slavery issue starts to take real issue because it was the Missouri Compromise. So Missouri was becoming a state. It was another slave state, pro-slavery.
Yeah, so every time they added a slave state, they'd have to add a free slave.
Free one to make sure it was balanced.
Yeah.
So that's when we added Maine. Missouri got to be a slave state. That's it for him. John Quincy Adams.
Yeah, so John Quincy Adams was Secretary of State. John Quincy Adams had a big role in Florida.
Yeah.
And he had a big role in that compromise. That was a big part. He was a statesman. John Quincy Adams, fucking fascinating guy. I read his biography. The thing about him and his father is that they wrote copious, really long diary entries. So we know a lot about those guys. But he traveled with his father to England. He was like the last link to the Great Revolution. Yeah. Because he was with his father wherever he went, and he took him to France. He ended up being a diplomat. He was the first American ambassador to Russia. He lived in St. Petersburg, Russia. And him and his...
Oh, wait, was he the one who helped them kind of revolutionize?
I don't...
Or was that before?
Remember that.
Okay.
I mean, but he was in Russia way back then. He'd take like a sleigh to countries that aren't there anymore, like Prussia. And he traveled all over. He traveled more than any like human being back then. Yeah. And he went across the ocean several times. So like something like 12 times back and forth.
Now
amazing guy, incredible guy.
His opponent was Jackson in this election.
Yeah.
Jackson dominated. He won the popular vote by a greater margin than Reagan beat Carter. It was a landslide victory for him, but Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans came out and said all the guys from Kentucky were being fucking cowards. What? So then when it comes to the Electoral College, the guy counting the votes happened to be like a senator or something from Kentucky.
What?
And I was like, fuck this guy. And he just swung like 10 states. Because back then the Electoral College made perfect sense. Nobody in any state had ever heard of one of these guys. Mm-hmm. There was no news. There was no fucking anything.
Now you needed somebody. Yeah, you needed super delegates.
You needed to just get your local guy. Yeah. And be like, you go figure it out.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was enough for this guy to swing all these dudes in the meetings to be like, dude, Jackson's a fucking dickhead. We need John Quincy Adams. So he swung. I mean, it was
John Quincy Adams was another nerd, one-term nerd.
Yes.
Who just couldn't get, I mean, as a president, he couldn't get, and he got almost nothing done. Partly because Jackson and his people just thwarted every single thing he tried.
The whole country loved Jackson.
Everybody fucking loved that dude.
He was Trump.
So much.
He was Trump.
Imagine if Trump like dueled as much as
Jesus Christ.
Jackson died with dudes. Something like 12 bullets in his body.
Yeah.
What?
That never left his body. He dueled all the time.
Yeah, let's just go straight to Jackson. Jackson, he's the next president.
He can't not be mentioned, John Quincy.
JQA.
Yeah, fuck John Quincy.
John Quincy Adams, well, after his presidency, he was in Congress forever from Massachusetts. Yeah. He died at his seat in Congress. Wow. He died at his desk. He was because his thing, he was a huge abolitionist. He was like the only guy in the Congress willing to be an out and out. The slave states had so much power that they passed a gag law that said you can't say the word slavery in Congress. What? There used to be, there was a thing in Congress back then called petitioning. Anyone could send a petition to their congressperson and they had to say it. They had to mention it. So like you could send a thing to Congress saying, I want retards to be allowed to drive, whatever you would do. I want retarded people to have driver's license.
Yes.
And he would say, he'd have to go, okay, the petition from Shane Gillis, he wants retards to drive.
The honorable.
And everyone would go, I move to table it. And then they just table it. But they passed a law saying you couldn't even mention a petition that said the word slavery. Because that's how electrified it was. Like, we don't want anybody. We know you're trying to get rid of slavery. We don't even want you to say. And they passed it. So Quincy Adams would do it, and he would just break the law, and he would just say it over and over again. He would read petitions about slavery, and he would get sent. Then they would all vote, the whole Congress, to censure him for going against the rules, and he got censured over and over again. And he represented the Amistad slaves and got them set free. Yeah, did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he was the slave ship that was taken over by slaves and was grounded in Massachusetts, I think.
So he was saying the S word. He got in trouble.
Yeah.
He got not only in trouble, those slaves asked him to represent that. He was their lawyer.
What?
Because they were Virginia slave masters who were they were Haitian slaves that they were waiting for, that they had paid for. But he found a way it wasn't like a slavery is wrong trial. It was, you guys don't have a receipt trial. It was like, you ain't got the paperwork, go fuck yourselves. So they were free. But he died. He was in the middle of a big impassioned argument. He was yelling and he had a heart attack and he died right there with the whole Congress around him
watching him.
Because people loved that guy.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. He was the first president or former president to ride on a steamship, and he used to ride on the steamships with a blanket over him. And folks would surround him. All the passengers would surround him, and he would just tell stories. He was a great guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Man, I didn't know any of
There's
that.
just a part of me that liked Jackson.
Jackson's great, but
I mean,
and again, to me, I look at all these guys. I evaluate them as characters. They're all great, amazing characters. They all did awful things,
Of course.
Yeah.
but I mean, Obama fucking bombed, fucking weddings.
Obama.
Obama.
But yes, Jackson was a crazy but shrewd. A great thing about Jackson was that his inaugural party in the White House.
Yeah.
This is wild.
They
stormed the Capitol.
He invited everybody. That's exactly right. He invited
it.
everyone. He said anyone that wants can come. No invitation needed. It's the people's house, and the house was crammed with common people getting drunk, stealing shit,
destroyed,
and
the
they
whole
wouldn't
place.
leave. And there's a honor code in the White House. You don't ask someone to leave. You don't ever throw anybody out. So they couldn't get them. Like days went by where people are shitting on the floor and raiding the fucking pantry and just fucking people and whatever.
What?
And so what they did was they got huge kegs of beer and they put them on the lawn. And they said, "Hey, come out. Let's drink under the stars. Let's have, And they invited them out for beer on the lawn, and they all came outside and they locked the doors. That was how he was a people's president.
Yeah,
like
he was
there
the first
some
populist
in his
first guy. Yeah,
first one to appeal to the common person. Yeah. There was an author, English guy. I read his biography of him, and they have one account of an English traveling writer who would write travel logs. And he was in Washington and he thought, what is it like? Can you meet the president? And he just walked. There wasn't a fence around the house.
People just could walk in. And
so he just walked to the front door and he knocked on the door. And a butler came to the door and said hello. And he said, I'd like to meet the president. And he's like, is he expecting you? He goes, no. And the butler's like, all right, well, come in and sit down. And he went in. The guy waited like 20 minutes. And Jackson came out of his office, which was like full of people. And he said, I'm in a pretty important, like, who are you?
Yeah.
And he said, I just wanted to meet you and say hi. And he was like, all right, can you wait an hour? And he's like, sure. So he went and whatever, fucking signed a thing to kill all the Indians.
Yeah.
And then he came and had sandwiches brought and he sat with the guy and just talked to him for an hour.
Damn.
He also he was the first president, I think, to ride on a train. He took a train. He was the first one to do this, that he went all over the country.
Yeah.
He went up to Maine. Presidents never travel. He was the first guy to do that. Like, he thought people should see the president. People should have contact with the president.
The Trail of Tears, he flubbed that one.
Yeah,
flubbed. He nailed
was a bit of a flub. He did do exactly what his goal was.
What he tried to do. You fucking flubbed.
That was a bit of a flub.
He was not. He didn't make mistakes.
I looked it up. I don't know if they had slaves.
Yeah.
The fucking dudes on the Trail of Tears, they were like, we got to bring our slaves.
If slaves are available, folks get slaves. That's just the way that goes.
I couldn't believe it.
But when he was
peaceful
natives. Yeah, that's what the part you don't hear is like the Indians are like, you know what he did to us and what he did to our slaves was even worse.
Our slaves had it real bad on the Trail of Tears.
I mean, tell me about it.
Yeah, but didn't they like share everything with their slaves though?
I don't know. Yeah, they were way better.
It was egalitarian.
Like real peaceful.
It was egalitarian, dude.
They were some of those good slave owners. The natives.
There's some story from some big chief went to the White House to meet with Jackson, because Jackson was very honest. Yeah. He didn't underhand ever. He didn't play politics. He did horrible things, but he just went ahead and did them. Like there was a slave revolt during his presidency where they took over a fort. The slaves took over a fort and just said, we just want out. We just want to be taken to the north or Canada or whatever. And so he just got a bunch of cannons and just lit the whole place up. Killed
bombed them.
He didn't fucking care. So some famous, like a name you'd recognize, it wasn't like Sitting Bull, but it was some big, all of the Indians, all the tribes chose this guy to negotiate with Jackson. And he went and talked to Jackson, just the two of them. And he came out crying and said,
"What?
We're in trouble."
Yeah, he says, "We're not. This is gonna go bad. This is gonna go bad." No. He just had his way of thinking about how it was gonna go. He's like, "No, we got to clear these guys out of here."
Also, in line with Trump, he was like, "This is where the term mudslinging starts." Yeah, it was him and John Quincy. Their election or their debates and shit was. He would just talk. They would talk shit. There would be nasty rumors in the papers.
Whatever it took. Yeah. Whatever it took. No, I remember. I have a friend who's a Trump guy who I've known for a long time. I'm not going to say that his name is Nick DiPaolo. But knowing Nick has always given me some insight into the mentality of that kind of guy, not just Trump, but guys like Jackson. I remember once I was with Nick and a lot of people, and he was, and like three Democrats were yelling at him. And he was starting to say crazy, fucked up things to them. And at one point, I'm like, Nick, you know that's wrong. And he goes, it's 3 against 1. like, what do you want me to do? Like he's in and it gave me and then it brought me back to when I was like 19 and I was friends with Nick and we were comedians in Boston. And there was a pinball machine we really liked playing at this one club. So we're playing pinball against each other. And when it was my turn, I was starting to beat his score, and he just put his hand over my hand so I couldn't flip. And he just looked at me like this, and I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I win. I win. I don't care."
But he Jackson, was big too. Wasn't
Jackson was Jackson was the first. Yeah, he was a football player. Yeah, college football player. Jackson was the first president to go like. Fuck you! I'm winning. I'm winning this. I don't care what happens to you. We're gonna. You know.
So he also one of the big things with Jackson. He vetoed more bills than every president before him combined.
Nice.
He hated the banks. He like went to war.
It's crazy that he's on the 20.
Yeah.
It's like a joke because he hated the idea of a central bank. He hated the idea of a treasury. He thought that it should just be folks have their money, use gold, and you trade. And he wanted.
So I think the U.S. bank. At the time, I think it was called the United States, like the Bank of the United States, was up for to be renewed. Mm-hmm. And he just happened to be the president, and he vetoed it.
Yeah, and it was a thing you don't veto.
You can't veto it.
No,
but he vetoed it. So then the next guy, we'll get to him, is his vice president, Van Buren. He takes over. Mm-hmm. He takes over a completely destroyed economy because he vetoed the bank.
That's the way it goes. Cool guys. America is made of cowboys and nerds. So you got cowboys who show off and who show what kind of people we are, and then you have nerds who actually get things done. But the cowboys get the credits.
Yeah.
And then nerds get fucked every time.
He got fucked. His nickname was Van Ruin.
Yes. He had a lot of nicknames. They were like, Old Kinderhook. He was another total nerd, and everybody hated Van Buren. He was like a little fucking...
Yeah. He was supposed to be, I think, he was one of those vice presidents that was supposed to be a link. Like, because Jackson was the man in the South, kind of... or wherever, and they were like, let's get this dork to...
He was from Kinderhook, New York.
He was his Pence.
Yeah.
He was Trump's Pence.
Yeah.
He was... The legend is that, he was one of the first people to have pamphlets, like a lot of pamphlets, like the press, like the mass press started to get big. So his pamphlet was, because he was called Old Kinderhook, because he's from Kinderhook, New York. So his thing was okay, and it was a check mark.
Oh, nice.
And that's where people say that okay comes from.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was like his thing was you okay with a check mark. That was the point. It was like vote for Old Kinderhook.
That's the thing. That's the thing. When you look into this, that's where all of our shit comes from.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's all of this. All right. Well, you got to speed up because this one's funny. Van Buren sucked, whatever.
Yeah, he's...
Here comes Harrison. He's the next guy. Everybody called him Old Granny because he was too much of a geezer to run. So on his inauguration, he was like, I'm going to prove to everyone how tough I am.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold and raining. He had like an 8,000 word inauguration.
Yeah.
He got pneumonia and died.
He died. He was like a few months.
He died immediately. Like
Shortest term. Died.
Damn.
Shortest term.
Didn't have a minute of acting as
trying to
president.
prove he was tough.
Got sick the first day
Died immediately.
and died a few months later.
What?
Yep.
G.
That brings us to Tyler. He did nothing.
Tyler was
His
general,
party abandoned
right?
him.
No, I'm thinking of Taylor.
He was Harrison's vice president. So
Oh, he
Harrison
stepped down.
dies. The one thing he did do is set the precedent that the vice president stays as president.
Nice.
So everyone was like, "What? We don't know what to do here. The president's never died. Do you take over as an interim guy until we find a new guy?" And he was like, "No, I'm just the president."
I'm the president.
And enough that his party hated him for that. So his own party abandoned him. They didn't
Why?
put him up for re-election.
Well, because they thought they should choose another guy.
They wanted to be able to put another
stronger guy.
Yeah. So he stayed. He had no parties supported him. He got nothing done. He was never up for re-election
It
again.
must have been awkward.
That brings us to our guy, though. This is who I wanted to get to. Polk, dude. Turns out Polk's the man.
Really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Pope.
No.
He was one term because he was a dark horse out of nowhere, and he promised everybody in his party, I'll only do one term. That way, some of you guys that are good, that are getting ready, you can take over. I promise to do one term. When he was running, his opponent's slogan was, "Who is James K. Polk?" Like, people were talking shit. As soon as he got in, oh, this is good. He was a tiny guy. He was 5'8", which was like,
That's really small.
yeah, he was 5'8", and when he got in, his wife was the one who came up with, they got to play Hail to the Chief every time you come in a room to give you some respect.
Give him a little,
Yeah, so that's why that happens.
Nice.
So right away, Polk starts going
But it was
wild.
kind of a joke. It's like if a midget walked in.
Yeah, like,
Everybody goes, it's just a little guy.
No, Polk's a beast. Immediately, he starts fucking with the British about Oregon. So they have the Oregon territory
Yeah.
out there, which is just beaver hunting. Everybody's, beaver hunting. We're doing a little bit of
What do
that
you
in
mean?
Nash Vegas.
What do you mean?
It means trying to get pussy.
About pussies.
Hunting in Oregon for
They were in Oregon,
pussy.
Oregon, pussy hunting. So the British were pussy hunting. The British and Americans were both pussy hunting on the same territory. And Polk was like, nah, we're done with that. And he set the latitude and longitude was 54 and 40. So he came out with the slogan 54 and 40 or fight. He was saying that to the British. He was like, we're going to
very
fuck
catchy.
you guys up.
True.
So he came out with that. And the British,
People were really into
They loved
latitudes
slogans.
and longitudes.
They were.
back then.
so he called that. And the British were afraid to call his bluff. They were just like, fine, take
They're
it.
like, that slogan is so good.
Yeah, like,
Just take it.
fuck, dude,
54.
this guy's
Dude,
nuts.
you came up with the fucking, you used the longitude and latitude?
So he takes that territory, which is huge. And then it's not just Oregon, it's Washington and all that.
You know why Oregon is, Portland is called Portland?
I bet you I do.
It was kind of, do you?
No, it's not.
It was going to be Boston.
What?
Because there's two guys. Is it Lewis and Clark? That
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of them is
That
from
was Jefferson. Give
One of
him
them is
credit on
from
that.
Boston, and one of them is from Portland, Maine. And they both wanted to name it after their hometown.
Oh.
And they flipped a coin
Huh.
and named it Portland. And there is a Boston in Oregon.
Mm.
There's a town called Boston, Oregon. Anyway, go on.
So after he gets Oregon,
Yeah.
he's like, all right, it's time for me to get Texas.
Mhm.
He starts fucking with the Mexicans. Like, say they would send troops down just to see if the Mexicans would shoot first. Finally, they did. He
Fucking
immediately
lazy Mexicans.
they shot
so
a bunch
many
of
times to
he-
get off their fucking frijoles and fire a shot.
So they go to war.
Here they come again. I don't want to fire.
He
I'm too
fired
busy
the lads.
drinking
Probably one of them was
tequila.
70,000 troops poured in.
Oh no.
So we immediately took California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Texas.
And
This
then
is all
who was
Polk
the
in
general?
4 years.
Who was the general that penetrated all the way to Mexico City? This is later, right?
This was the next guy who was Zachary Taylor.
Yeah, Zachary Taylor was
Zachary
the big
Taylor.
Mexican American war
Yeah,
guy.
he was the war hero.
What?
Zachary Taylor was dominating.
So they
but this is-
gathered-
He went into Mexico City, and if you go to in Mexico City, the big thing is Los Niños. These 6, I think it's 4 or 6 kids. So they stormed. They went all the way to Mexico City, and the citadel, the Chapultepec, the palace. The army was so decimated that it was finally just the cadets of the military school were the only ones
Yikes.
defending the Capitol, and they were just 4 kids firing on the American army is just coming. Fuck. And they wrapped themselves in Mexican flags and jumped and dove and killed themselves. That was how they ended the war.
Awesome.
And the moment is Zachary Taylor was holding one of them and he was saying they were just kids. Like he had no idea they were like fucking 12, 15 years old.
Man.
Outside of like of Baltimore or whatever,
They're
and
so
just start
good.
heaving fucking fireballs for no reason. Like
dickheads,
you know do you know Hudson, New York? It's a town on the Hudson. It has a weird maritime feeling to it. It looks like Nantucket, and that's because it's all people from Nantucket. It used to be this little whaling village in Nantucket, and in the 1810s, the British would just park a ship and just set houses on fire for fucking fun.
What?
So all the people that lived in that town founded Hudson, and they would go out and whale in the ocean, and then they'd drag a whale up the Hudson River.
Holy shit.
And they would slaughter it and then send it down the river. It was a great way to send whale meat and oil down to here, New York City.
Yeah.
And that established a hub in New York, an upper New York State. Hudson became a very big, important. And that's where you ever heard of a guy named Legs Diamond? Because Diamond Street was like the first whore street.
It sounded like
Hudson became a place for farmers to bring their herds and get laid and get, just fuck and gamble and have their animals slaughtered and brought down here on boats, and then they go home.
Got paid. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what was going on. That's how much things like just the English, one English ship lobbing fireballs changes a ton of things.
Yeah, some
and they
farmer
finally
just
needed it to stop.
Resulted in some guy getting ahead. Like, I'm never going to be able to face me wife.
Me wife.
So,
okay, so now you got.
now we're kind of unified. That was the first time.
Madison.
The Madison War of 1812. Wait, I was on a roll,
Right,
dude.
go
I was
ahead.
fired up.
Let's talk.
Dude.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
All right, so your point was, why don't they just fucking go around them?
Yeah.
So that was what happened. So the South was usually fighting a defensive war.
Okay.
Then they got to Gettysburg. That was the only time they invaded the North. That was the only time they ever even got into the North.
So it was a
That
one and done. They were feeling the roads.
They were feeling good. They were undefeated.
Damn.
Dude. They were fucking us up pretty much everywhere.
Fuck.
And then
God, they must have been so annoying. Like,
exactly, they did the rebel yell,
Yeah.
so gay. Like, beep, woo. Like, dude, shut up. But yeah, then Lee. So his right hand man, Stonewall Jackson, got killed.
Oh, fuck.
Friendly fire. He
I must,
went
dude,
down.
imagine killing the general at battle, being the guy who fucking nails him, and being like, that's a big win.
Yeah, be like, I got a guy. I shot him off a horse.
Yeah, it's like kind of smoky. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, yes, nailed him.
Fucking
Yeah.
nailed that
Did you ever
guy.
play
You see that?
paintball? You hit someone, it's so satisfying. If you shot the
yeah.
general, and they're like, well, their general's dead now. I'll be like, fucking yes.
Yeah, except it was you on your own team. You shot your own general.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who shot him?
friendly fire.
His own guy. His own guy shot him.
Friendly fire?
Yeah, he was evil. It was kind of a
Double
dumbass-
agency?
No, it was kind of a dumb fucking move. I think he was doing
Fuck.
like a
They
night.
kill that guy?
I don't think. I think everyone was like, "You're gonna have to live with that one, dude. You just killed like the most famous Southern
You
general."
lost the war.
He was on like a night ride, like behind enemy line. Like he was kind of fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And
Who, Stonewall?
Stonewall Jackson was kind of a fucking blockhead.
So him and some
Rocks
other
for
dude. If
brains.
he cheddar bobbed himself, that'd be hilarious. So his boy, it was him and his boy doing a night ride.
Yeah, him and his boy were out kissing out in the woods, and a Confederate rolled up on him and was like, "Hey, god damn it, knock it off!" Shot him.
Stop.
That's what happened.
Stonewall Jackson
He
was.
was rock hard, dude. He was Stonewall. That's why I call him that. He was rock hard out there.
So he
Deep
got
dick.
shot accidentally.
He got shot accidentally. Yeah, it was friendly fire that killed him.
How though?
It was nighttime. He was riding up on a fucking guard post.
Yeah, he's probably coming
Oh
back.
shit!
Riding a horse, yeah.
And someone was just doing their job.
Yeah, someone was just
Yeah.
being a guard from the South. Some fucking moron from like Virginia was just standing there.
Who goes there?
Yeah, halt! God damn it! I said halt. I'll fire. Shit! I killed our general. God damn! I'm bad. I'm not cut out for soldiering.
Yeah, because the outfits were the same, right? Except for the color.
The outfits?
Yeah, the outfits looked exact. Like
I mean,
on all
at
the
night-
statues, it's like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's all
true.
bronze. You're like,
Yeah, I'm always walking
looking
around looking to see what statue I'm taking down. I'm like, is that a fucking
Is
gray
that
outfit? Is that
Confederate or blue?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's blue, they freed slaves.
True.
They abolished slavery by risking their own lives.
Yeah.
So that's kind of honorable.
Yeah.
But, you know,
some good boys out there.
so anyway,
So that's why they
so they were a little confident. This was their first invasion into the north, and the north set up a defensive position.
Yeah.
Along this ridge, they were in like the shape of a J.
Nice.
All right, so now they're shaped like a fish hook, like a J on this like ridge, and the South was coming in trying to attack. And Longstreet, his new right hand man, was like, "Dude, we're killing them. All we have to do is be defensive. Let's retreat and set up on like a mountain and tell them to come fucking get us." And Lee was feeling himself and was like, "We can do it.
This will be the
We're
true
gonna
turning
fuck them
point.
up." And they tried.
Dude? How many fell?
Oh man, you're talking probably 20,000 people.
Damn.
In 3 days.
Damn.
You're missing my favorite part of the story, which is when Warren goes up. Warren goes to check out Little Round Top and Big Round Top.
Right,
he's like, yeah, I'm going to see what our forces are looking like up there.
Yeah. So to set this up, the J.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the J. So if the J was upright, it'd be the fish hook at the top of the fish hook, not the point.
Gotcha.
That's the left flank.
Okay.
And it's unguarded. It's the top of a mountain, or like a very small hill.
Sure.
And the general sends this guy up, General Warren, to go check it out. And he gets up to the top, and like the whole Southern Army's on the other side. And he's like, "Oh fuck! Oh shit!" And he had to like signal down with like a flag, like, "Get the fuck up here! They're down here."
Yeah, they're about to fuck us
Great.
up.
It's great imagining a dude walking up the hill like, and let's see what. Holy fuck!
They're here to kill us.
Oh yeah, they were like coming up, and then the South got fucked too because they were looking at Big and Little Round Top and be like, yes, there's nobody up
there's
there.
No one here. It overlooks the whole battlefield. If we take this hill, it's over.
Yeah.
The North rushed like 10,000 dudes up the other side of the mountain and just were standing up there waiting for him. So the Alabamians came up. Yeep. Roll damn time. Come on. Woo. We got slaves still. Woo.
Dude, and then
Got
the Rochester
lit up, dude.
Racers came
Imagine
in.
if they won.
Honey,
we
was
can
that
keep our
close.
slaves. We
So
won.
the casualties I said was 20,000. That was just the Union.
I'm going
It was
like
24 was for the Union.
36.
28.
28 for the.
28 for the Confederates. So now this is
Damn.
casualties.
But we have more people, so.
Casualties. Not deaths.
Deaths.
Not deaths.
Yeah, that's like a dude down.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
sure a lot of those turn into deaths.
Yeah. Wounded. If you were wounded in the Civil War, you fucking died.
They just got to cut it off. Yeah, and they're like, oh, you got
or
hit
you
in
just,
the leg?
or you got diarrhea, which is I think more people died of that.
Yeah, imagine
And
being
bullets.
a dude who
Yeah,
shot
yeah.
the general. You have you're just on a farm, just staring at fucking corn your whole life, and you're like, you go to a war and shoot the general, and then you lose. It's like the most like pointless, senseless fucking existence you can think of.
Yeah, man. What
Maybe
a loser.
he used to
Yeah.
hit his wife, and he's like, I guess I'll go
Yeah,
to
it
the
would
war. He's
suck.
like, shot the general and went home like, oh, my slaves are
Like,
gone.
how
He's
was
like,
how was the war? I don't want to talk about it. It's like, damn, you must have seen some shit. It's like, not really. I was a guard.
It's fucked up.
5 years of your life.
Yeah,
it
as a
just
guard.
this. It was all kind of a blur.
Kind of blur, except one night where I killed Stonewall Jackson, shot him in the fucking.
Imagine if he could have been the guy who'd be like, nah, Lee, for real, like, let's not do this. And some guy
He
shot
would
him.
have probably not. He was also a firm believer that like God had his.
True.
That's why he was stoned. He just stood in the middle of like artillery fire, being like, "Well, if it's my time to die, it's my time to die. God
that
wills
was the
it."
fall of Magellan.
Oh, when he
Magellan
got
the
like
Explorer.
hit with sticks.
Magellan, yep, Magellan the Explorer. He like had a dude with him. He was like, "We'll show them that our God's the best. There's 300 of them and 30 of us. Let's show them what Christians do." And like everyone deserted it. And he just died.
He got hit
So then
with
like
blocks.
his slave was the one who actually circumnavigated the globe. 'Cause Magellan died before fully circumnavigating. the globe.
Really?
The only guy left
But,
was his
you know,
slave.
his
who
slave
did.
was just on the boat.
True. He had enough.
I mean,
He had enough sense to be like,
technically
"Yo,
the
I'm
slave and like probably a rat from where they took off circumnavigated it.
he had enough sense to be like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this battle out, dude.
That's great. I remember as a kid, I had a computer game about explorers where you would like click it and it would just it wasn't even a game, it would just click it and it'd show you, and Magellan's was like him running on a beach with people throwing shit at him. It was great. It was great. I even remember as a kid being like, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he went down hard.
But there was also some pretty wild, there were some cool ones. Fuck, I forget the guy's name. There was a young kid out of West Point. So what's cool is you go to
Cushing or something?
you go to I think
Kushner?
so.
Cushing.
Not
Cushing?
Kushner.
Jared Kushner.
Not Jared Kushner. You can go to Pickett's Charge. You can see what's the high water mark of the South, like the furthest they push north. It's fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah, you can see it because they broke through the line right there, And there's like a monument right there where it's like, this is as far as these fucking retards got. It's like, hell yeah.
There's no Waffle Houses above this line.
More this is the Waffle House line, dude. But then there's this monument to this dude who was like holding the artillery. So they had artillery set out, and there was an 1.5-hour bombardment from the south to like loosen up the lines before they charged. Pickett's charge.
Yeah.
And this guy started with like 6 batteries. He was down to 1 cannon. Everybody got killed. He got shot like in the chest and the groin, it said. So he probably got shot in the dick.
Yeah.
Probably took a bullet to the dick.
Yeah.
And while they were charging, he was getting held up by another officer, and he was like leaning on a cannon and fired one more canister shot and then took a bullet in the mouth.
Oh.
That's how he died. Mouth open.
Imagine if like a musket ball bounced and then hit you in the nuts. Just the fucking stomach pain, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy took a armpit and groin shot and then fired. I love that he fired one more shot though. Leaning against a cannon, just like faggots.
Yeah.
If you shot me in the dick, I would.
Fuck you guys.
Fucking idiots.
Just right in the mouth.
The description of this dude was like, he looked like a woman, but I've never seen a finer fighter in my
It's like
life.
he looked like a fucking schoolgirl, but boy, he was tough. He did. He was like 20. You see his pictures.
Yeah.
So he was hot.
He was
Dudes
a hot
were like,
boy.
we're gonna want to fuck this guy.
Ooh, that was another topic we got into.
What?
How many of the boys do you think got after it in the Civil War?
Yeah, we're talking about hazing. We're talking about West
We went
Point
from hazing,
hazing.
but then straight to just how many boys do you? And then I told Chris he would have raped. Chris would have.
Yeah.
In the camps, Chris would have been butt fucking.
How many-
He'd sneak
I
in your
would've-
How
tent.
many of those young boys were getting raped? It's probably a lot, dude.
Those drummer boys getting passed around.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Ooh.
Some POWs. Some
POWs,
Confederate POWs,
some
some
dude.
hot Southern boys.
Oh, you think you take them in and just fuck them?
Yeah, I'd get it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if people have gay sex in jail in the 1800s out in the woods, they were fucking boys.
Yeah, it'd be all dehydrated and
Definitely.
drunk.
Colonel Epstein. Where were you?
Damn, that's something they don't talk about.
Yeah, no, they don't. I bet there you can find some stuff about drummer boys getting it.
I mean, if a chick walked around the battlefield, she definitely got raped.
Well, we were talking about how like tough those dudes must have been.
Those rapists,
God.
you're saying?
Those were the toughest
Just-
racists ever.
Yeah.
No, but just overall.
Tough dudes, yeah.
Like you're in full cotton.
Yeah.
Your whole uniform is long sleeve, long pants. This was in the beginning of July. It was like 90 degrees out. Like 95 degrees.
So you
You're in.
definitely have a rash.
And also, there's no water. No one knows about hydration. It's like, why are we sick? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in the
have,
blood
like, a
meridian. They
cup of
talk
water.
about that. How it's like you get water every like 2 days. And you're like,
It's
thank God.
insane.
Thank God I'm not
Instead,
dead.
they have like a pinch of whiskey, and they're just standing there in the heat drinking whiskey, like
I mean, it was,
gotta be the
constant
fucking
headache.
worst.
constant.
Yeah.
I was like, then they're probably numb to it. They're probably just so much pain all the time
Yeah, maybe they
of
didn't
like
rape.
thirst. Yeah, I know.
No, I
maybe
think
they're
they
too
did.
thirsty
No,
to rape.
I think they were like, I think the hazing, I think they were doing fucking elephant walks and putting shit in each other's butts.
Definitely, someone got stuff in their butt for sure.
Definitely.
That's a thing that's been passed down. Kind
Yeah,
of.
that's
I mean,
generations
The wrestling
old.
team in my high school did that.
Yeah, but see, I think that's
Right,
more of a newer thing when it comes. No, of course, forever. But I'm saying like we were talking about like West Point back then. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some level of like
Yeah,
we are
that's true.
gentlemen. No, like
Yeah, and there's also
we played a joke on Taft.
you'd also go to hell.
Yeah.
If you like touch another guy's butthole
Yeah.
in the 1800s, you went to hell.
Yeah,
No, but that's always one of those like those double-sided things. It's like, you know, how the Taliban's all like strict about sex and stuff, but they fuck.
Come on, man. Wes. Like you're clapping cheeks, dude. So how would you, if you smacked a girl's butt, what would you do? Are you a butt smacker?
Yeah.
How show me, hit that couch. Hit that couch. Like if you were smacking that ass. Bless you.
It's allergy season.
Dude, it sure is.
Show us.
Let me hit that. That couch is a big.
Whoa, getting a little uplift.
Bro, yo.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a thick bitch.
You want to see it quake?
You want to see the thick Todd.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that ass quick.
Put your drink up on it.
So you're doing upward slap. You go, oh my God, dude.
You should have seen the guard. Sean, you're showboating that. God, you can be a part of the show. Don't fucking run the whole thing. It's crazy we include you in this. But, I mean, wow, what a boost to your career. But, and then you got to do that comedy festival. That was great. You should have seen
Nashville.
Sean down there. So
Really?
we went down to do the Nashville Comedy Fest. We're getting old. It's coming.
True.
This
True.
is it.
This is true.
It's almost time to even stop pretending we're not Republicans. We're so close to just being like, We are patriot Republicans. It's gonna get there.
I'm already planning on voting this year. Like I've never voted my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
I'll be
definitely
I'm gonna
voting.
vote in the fucking intern.
I got my new driver's license. I had to get the
Intern.
real deal, the interims or
the intern.
whatever. You know those interims.
I think I am losing like the ability to speak.
Oh, dude, my cognitive decline is crazy, dude. It's why I've been abusing lion's mane just to hold off my Alzheimer's.
True. I do have I stole a bunch of fucking On It from Rogi's studio.
You need that.
I have it, dude. I need to start taking my Alpha Brain.
We need to be just cognizant enough to know who the Republican guys we should vote for.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
We need is DeSantis.
That's all we
need is DeSantis,
Dude.
unless Trump runs, and then in which case, obviously,
True. I think DeSantis will run.
I think so too.
Because if he's scheming, it's like you got him. He can sit in the wings. You get Musk in. Trump's back on Twitter. He's hitting everybody with like, all right, here's the marching orders. Get this guy. This guy's a loser. Avoid this guy. And everyone's like, I know what I'm doing. DeSantis runs.
I just need to hear who Trump hates so that I can go outside and be like, yeah. That's the best part is when you find like Trump makes up a fucking an insult for a guy.
Yeah.
And then you find someone who likes that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to hit him with, oh, you like Little Marca? That's what I like. That's the only way I can show I know politics.
And you just keep
like
winning.
you, Crooked?
Crooked Hillary.
You like Crooked?
Dude, I was reading the Gay Atlantic recently, and they actually had the one story was
Not
good.
the failing New York Times. You're reading the Gay Atlantic.
Not the failing New York Times, the Gay Atlantic.
The Gay Atlantic.
So I'm reading the Gay Atlantic, and they had one article that was decent. It was good about the guy being like, I don't know, maybe we've got so ramped up on all this political shit that we completely spiked our kids' psychological health just to prove points.
Yes.
So like, dude, he like came out.
Yeah.
He was going hard on like, these people were were trying to hang the fucking Speaker of the House. He's talking about January 6th.
The insurrection.
So he built that up because you have
The
to build
rebellion.
that up. If you're dealing with super pussy, you have to talk about the insurrection and be like, yeah, I mean, they almost fucking killed
Obviously,
all those
that
guys.
was basically 9/11.
It was 9/11. So he builds up like
9/11.
guys, but then he goes, but in typical liberal fashion, be like, can we be so sure that our mistakes we didn't make mistakes? Surely we did. And he basically came out and was like, maybe we got, we terrified our children for no real reason, and came out being like, basically being, we got to knock it off. But
that's the worst. I hate that when the left is like, hey, it's not entirely their fault,
dude. We
might have had a little bit to do with it. So you fuckers had half to do with it.
Oh yeah. So he does.
You were half of the problem.
He did a decent job doing that. I'll give it to the Gay Atlantic. But then that was whatever. I got over that. I was like, okay, whatever. The next one was a story about a guy who got the death penalty in Mississippi and then like pleaded to speed up the process. That dude might have been, I'm not going to call him a goat because he did some very bad things.
Yeah.
But it was a very funny story. Oh, he started huffing gas at a young age too.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Lifelong huffer, dude.
Oh, destroy your brain.
And he became a truck driver. So if you have the huffing monkey on your back, that's tough. That you're driving those trucks.
All you're doing all day, you're around surrounded by gas.
You open the tank on those trucks, you can fucking sniff to your heart's content. So I think he definitely fucked his brain up big time.
Yeah.
So
if you huff gas at a young age, I'm sure that destroys your brain.
It's one of all the drugs like smoking weed, permanent. It's genuine permanent brain damage if you huff gas like repeatedly. It fucks your brain up. You like hear shit. You have like audible hallucinations the rest of your life. So the dude, the big homie,
audible hallucinations. Hey,
like, dude, nonstop,
just constantly.
Dude.
Like, hello,
dude, nonstop from huffing. And you don't like read about the dangers of huffing gas. So in your head, you're like,
of course, they don't teach that in Dare.
This is the next. Yeah, this is the next level. Yeah, dude, they waste your time. That's a real epidemic. So, dude, he gets in the accident. He's off the road. And then he's obviously probably being a bit of a cantankerous.
Sure, he's rough.
He's hangry. He's rough around the edges. So then his wife, Kim, leaves with the kids.
Oh, so he's Marshall Mathers.
She's Marshall Mathers.
Yes.
So she leaves and she's about to come. She goes to her sister's house. She's about to come back. And then the stepdaughter was like, the dude was fucking molesting me. And she goes, oh, fuck this. Sends him to jail. She hits the button. He goes to jail. And the whole time he's like, I'm going to kill that bitch when I get out of here. He says the whole time, I'm going to get out of here and kill her.
Did he molest the kid?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's the thing. It's like...
Sounds like something he would do, right?
Well, he also murdered another person's aunt and didn't talk about that and buried her. So like, but he was like, so what happened is, he molested me. Well, yeah, I think he did for sure because...
Yeah.
So then he comes, I'm going to kill that bitch. I'm going to kill that bitch. And then he comes out of jail the day he gets out.
Sure.
Gets a shotgun, barges into the trailer, shoots Kim in the stomach, and then starts molesting her stepdaughter while she's dying in front of Kim. And the other two flee. Yeah, this guy's you'll see he has two skins. He has a bad skin and a good skin. His bad skin was on that day. So he goes while the lady's dying, fucking like molests the lady. So this is the rough part. I have to tell the story to get to the good part.
Yeah.
This is the rough part. So he's back to jail for life. The dude's fucked, dude. And sometime in the meantime, I think before that he had killed someone else's aunt.
Yeah, you gotta kill an aunt,
blood, dude. I think he was trying to stop her leaving, dude. Trying to control the situation. He was cooking meth.
He was out of control. He was not in complete control.
He thought he was.
Actually,
he almost was.
Dude,
he almost
was in
was.
complete control.
He almost
if somebody's
was.
like, I'm leaving, and you're like, you're dying. I'm in complete control.
I think there was an aunt who knew too much and he murdered her. So he goes to jail full time. He's there for the long haul, death penalty. And he had the public pretenders who were like, we're going to appeal this case. And he goes, you guys will do no such thing, dude. He goes, get me the fuck out of here. He's like, I don't want to be alive anymore, man. And he's like, I did a bad thing. But when he wrote the apology, so he converted to an Anabaptist, which is basically a Mennonite. He became a Mennonite in jail.
Became Amish, dude,
in jail. And was just like, he wrote this lengthy thing that was like.
So did he deny the electric chair? How long ago was this?
No, he wanted the electric chair. I don't know if he.
Well, that's not very Mennonite.
This was like 20. This was like. No, they gave him an injection. Yeah. He didn't get the electric chair.
I was going to say, if he's Amish, that might be a little ploy to get out of getting zapped.
It was sus, dude.
Just be like, actually, I'm fucking Amish, dude. You guys can't use that chair on me.
I mean, it was sus for sure, dude. The author was like calling.
I think he might have been wearing his bad skin the whole time.
You think so?
I don't hear one part of the good skin.
Here's what happened. So he becomes a devout Anabaptist, goes like, ooh, I've done a wicked thing. He writes an apology, specifically says, I don't feel bad about killing my wife. I never will. I would do it 100 times over, but I've done some wicked stuff that, it's pretty bad. You guys need to end me immediately. So he wait, but then they found out that he had knowledge of that other lady's death. And he goes,
that's one of the bad things.
He goes, I did not kill her. Later on, he goes, but I know where she's buried. But I'm not saying, like, I'm not having anything, like, you have to kill me. I'm not having anything to do with it. So eventually, the guy, the fucking psycho from the Atlantic, goes to witness him getting executed. Sits there, watches the whole thing. Dude finally dies. And then as soon as he's dead, his public pretenders like, oh, by the way, they hit a map. He drew like a hand drew like bad guy map about like where it was
the lines of the X and skull and crossbones.
It was like trailer, my trailer, and then it was like behind my shed, and they showed the X, and they dug it up and found the lady's remains. So he did his good skin towards the end. He at least let the lady find her mother's remains. That like for years he had been like, I don't know where your mom is. Like, fucking stop bothering me. Just murdered her and hid her behind a fucking shed.
I mean, what a fucking... at least he had the awareness to be like, no, you guys got to kill me. I'm not changing.
He said, he was 1000% being like, I need to go to the afterlife, bro. I fucked this one up. He said before, he wrote a letter to his son, or he talked to his son. He goes, I was a good man at one point, dude. And it just, the demons took me over. He's like, I used to be a good man. And it just became purely evil. Pretty crazy.
I read the news. I read a nice story.
What'd you get?
The baby.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone was in his ass, dude. They're trying to reopen the case where he shot that guy in Walmart.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And they really were pretty biased against him.
Really?
Yeah, like I read the article and I was like, because they have footage from Walmart.
Yeah.
And so here's what happened. 2 dudes were following him.
Yeah.
They saw him.
Yeah, he saw the baby.
From their side of the story.
Was he in the baby aisle?
Actually, 100% yes.
Was he really?
I think he was looking for diapers and shit.
He's in the baby aisle?
Yes, he was buying diapers. He was the baby in the baby. He was in the baby aisle.
And 2 henchmen.
2 henchmen, teens, by the way. It was funny. It was funny. Rolling Stone was adamant to call them teens, even though in the same article the guy turned 20 the next day. The next day was his birthday. It's like you're literally abusing the word teen, right? Well, and he's an adult,
statistically,
legally adult.
Yeah, and if there's like a statistical thing between like 19 and 23, is that like the height of that's skin number 2? That's when your number 2 skin's on.
Yeah,
it's like for murdering. It's like
so these 2 kids, they're still kids in my mind.
Sure.
Walk in. The baby was a kid at the time. The baby was like probably like 26, 27.
Okay.
He's young.
Yeah.
He's with his wife.
Old head status.
Not his wife. He's with the baby mama.
Yeah.
and another the baby. He had his the babies in the baby aisle with the baby and the baby mama. And these two kids see him and they're like, according to their statement, well, the one that lived was like, that's that rapper. He wasn't very famous yet. He was famous in that area.
Gotcha, yeah.
So they started following him to like look to see if it was him.
He shot them.
And they kept following him. And then I think they left and went back in and started following him again. Oddly enough, for these two guys that are alleging that they were kind of being fans, they both had guns in their waistband.
Yeah.
Then they approach him. He sees them. They walk up to him and his family.
Yeah.
And they're like, he goes, do you know who I am? Just to be like, I don't know if he's either talking shit or asking, do you know who I am? Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. And he was like, do you want to take this outside and fight? Is that what you want? And they said, yes. Instead of being like, no, we're fans.
Yeah.
Or no, we weren't sure it was you. Maybe they felt challenged and had to not get punked and say yes. Yeah. They said yes. So he didn't take it outside. He started swinging on the one guy immediately.
Nice.
Like he attacked them.
Yeah.
So the Rolling Stone is saying this isn't self-defense. He initiated the fight.
Yeah.
Even though two guys were following him and his family, walked up to them. He said, are you trying to fight? They said yes. So he fought.
Yeah.
While he's fighting, he just starts wailing on this kid. The other guy pulls a gun out of his pocket. Immediately takes the gun out.
Yeah.
That guy pulls the gun out, puts it back. You can't see in the footage.
Yeah.
But the baby mama starts yelling.
Yeah.
He's got a gun.
Yeah.
He's got a gun.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of a fist fight with a guy. He doesn't know if he's talking about him or the other guy. So he takes his gun out. The other kid pulls his gun out.
Yeah.
Shoots him.
Classic showdown.
That's it.
Yeah, classic showdown.
And they're like, he murdered him in there. Now he's, they did bring up the same point I've been making, which is that's got to really hurt for that family to see that fucker on TV every day being like, I shot a motherfucker with money.
Yeah, true.
But this article is trying to like, I don't know.
Dude.
It seemed, even when I read the article, I was reading it and I was like, damn, that sucks. The baby killed that guy and I've been talking about how cool he is. And then you get to the description of exactly what happened. You're like, he's innocent.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the dumbest thing ever. Just the fact that like dudes are just walking around with guns, just being like, "What's up? What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Yeah,
what's
you
good, bro?
Fight?
You good? You good?
Yeah, you good?" And they're like, "No, let's fight."
Yeah.
Like, well, now you're in it.
Yeah, there's more. There's got to be more to that, and it's also like maybe it was just that, but I don't know, dude. That was one.
Yeah.
Thing.
Also, you don't think a North Carolina fucking jury wouldn't love to just lock him up?
Yeah, dude.
They're like, oh, I can't. They're like, something's going on here. I think he might be an asset, dude. I think the baby might be a fucking...
Nah, they love stand your ground tales, dude. He was like, I was there. And if you read his quotes, quote from the trial, he was like, or he told the police, he was like, I didn't want to let them get the jump on me. I was with my family. Never, any sheriff's going to go, totally understand.
Can't let them get the jump on you.
They can't let them get the jump on you.
Yeah, he did. And the Rolling Stone article was like, yeah, he was really hiding behind his family the whole time. It's like, no, he was... I mean, I know you're using that metaphorically, but... He was literally in front of his family, killing people that he thought was a threat.
Yeah, and also
kind of as brave as it gets for a father.
Yeah. Also, you read about all these rappers that like are just like those guys like like little fucking whatever died, and it's like who the fuck's that? But they're like big guys who are about to come up, and they like excess like Temptation got murdered. A lot of these dudes just get fucking murdered. So it's like, dude, I mean, yeah, that stinks. But dude, there's like, this sounds weird, but when I used to go to this bar in West Philly when I would like sell pills, and like the one thing I remember I was astonished by, it was only black dudes in the bar, and dude, like every single dude had a gun.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I remember going like, whoa, all of these dudes have guns on them now, except for one guy, and everyone was clowning him. But like, dude, I remember that was for me.
That's what happens. Yeah, if you don't have a gun, just.
Dude, I was in there with like 12, 13 dudes, and I was like sitting there, and I'm like, whoa. That was the point where I started like the gravity of the situation. Like, this is dangerous, dude.
For sure.
I was like, all of these guys
Any of these
have guns?
dumbasses could be like, you're challenging my manhood right now in front of everybody.
Bro,
I have to kill you.
I don't know how I didn't get killed, but dude,
Checking the time. No.
Yeah, dude.
We should start considering.
Oh shit, let's do some.
Yeah, we'll do ad reads just in case.
But yeah,
look, guys,
if you think you want to sell pills in West Philadelphia, think again.
Yeah.
And then if you had a weak, people will make fun of your guns. Be like, man, what are you gonna do with that little pea shooter, bro?
Also, it looks. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on the baby. I was
Yeah.
fired up on this.
Yeah.
In the footage, it looks like the guy he killed is the one he attacked right away.
Yeah.
It's not. The guy he killed was while he was fighting the other guy, the guy with the gun behind him. That's the guy who got shot.
Yeah.
The guy who never pulled out his gun didn't get shot. That guy pulled his gun first.
Yeah.
Why do all three of them have fucking guns?
Dude.
Not that I'm some anti-2A pussy, dude.
True.
Tucker would be so fucking pissed. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Tucker would be so pissed.
yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it was a classic skirmish.
Probably shouldn't do this ad.
What?
Where I see
Yeah.
how dudes get there and they're like, nobody in the green room.
Yeah.
Hosts, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because when like when you're a host and you're opening, you're like, man, that guy's the biggest fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
All I wanted in this world was to hang out in the green room next to him.
Yeah.
And then now I'm starting to get like, I understand it. I won't ever do that
For sure.
unless the host is like a fucking menace back there,
Yeah.
which there have been a couple and I let them go.
Yeah. We also once you have
It's so bad, dude.
a lot of times there's a lot of times you get like start having this archetypal like interaction where the host's like, yeah, and then and you're like, I've had this conversation 10,000 times.
Every
Dude.
single green room, bro.
It's wild.
Every host, and I did it, so it's funny to hear people do it.
Yeah.
You tell them about the local comedy scene,
Yep.
how it's so fucking woke, dude. And then you're like, yeah, no, that's how it is in every comedy scene.
Yeah.
There's a schism, and there's the fucking gay pussy alt scene.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the real deal.
Yeah, exactly.
You get paid for this. They're the pussies.
He's giving the benediction. Although
Yeah.
in Austin, I had I think Large Sam was his Instagram handle, or Big
Yeah,
Sam.
I know.
The man, dude.
Yeah,
He was an
I
absolute
do
beast.
know him. He is the man.
He was an absolute beast.
He's a
That
good
guy.
bro.
It's always nice when you get a dude who like went out, did very well.
Yes.
Usually it's a guy who gets you in the green room. Is like, dude, let me tell you something myself that's going to completely change the way you look at me.
Normally,
And
I'm a feature, but
That's usually that. I'm
I
like,
was just headlining a couple shows. These boys not
figure I pop in, goes out, bombs, and then you're just kind of like comes back in like, yeah, they're a little tight, man. You're like, "Hey, thanks for giving me the reinsurance, bro."
Bombs. Yeah, I know. Like, man, that crowd sucks.
Your crowd
Like,
sucks,
great.
dude. I was like, thanks, bro.
Great. I have to fucking struggle to get 45 minutes out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got lucky. And Magoobs was nice. We had the boy Matt. He was nice. Long hair.
Matt
Fucking-
Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a beast. Yeah, Magoobs, Texas got lucky. All the boys have been great, but sometimes
Of
you
course.
sometimes you get hit with one
Sometimes
that's like,
you get hit with a fucking gremlin, a super gremlin host.
dude, it's the best when they're sitting there and they go, here's something that I've done that's very important you'll be impressed with.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Just,
fucking care.
you're literally sitting there
don't
like,
care.
looking at your phone before the show, and he's like, dude, this one time?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the middle of text arguing with my wife, and I'm like, yeah, go on. Okay, that's great. I'm sitting here like,
Absolutely.
Christ.
Literally in the middle, always before a show, you have to fight your girlfriend or wife. You have to fight them.
you must.
Because you're like, I got to go. I can't talk.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you. It's like, well, now I got to talk. And they know that.
Yeah, you need
The
closure.
only way to get attention is to lash out.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm like, great. She's great.
Yeah.
Airplane mode. I'll never talk to her again. She's doing good. I need her to randomly be like, you piece
The
of
worst
shit.
part is sometimes you genuinely see a text and you're like, all right, cool. I got the knowledge. I'm definitely gonna get back to that later. And then you just see, and you're like,
I can't tell you how often I do that.
Yeah, it happens
Almost
all the
to
time.
every single person I
Yeah, it
I leave
happens.
everybody on red, and I go. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do the show this day?" I'll be like, "Let me check my calendar."
It goes away.
I go in the calendar, I look at it. I'm like, "Oh fuck, I got to do that next weekend." And then I stop.
Yeah, you play.
I'm
then you say-
afraid I'm dumb.
I don't think so, dude.
Well, although I did. I mean, come on. You saw the power upstairs.
It was crazy. Yeah, dude, not at all.
I might have to do it right now.
You might
Practice under
you might
big
have to-
lights.
True. That's actually not a
I
bad
do.
idea.
No.
This is dress rehearsal.
Dude, it was so funny. Last night, I was like, I can do this. Watch. And I was doing it to my girlfriend, and she was like, she said one thing in the middle of it. I was like, hold on. I had to start completely over.
How long did it take to memorize them?
1 hour.
That's crazy. That's insane. To have the timeline.
Guys, you want to hear good podcasting?
Yeah.
This is good podcasting.
What you got?
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt. Oh,
Yes.
that's a hard one,
That's
dude.
a toughie.
That one gets me every time.
True.
Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, JFK.
Here we go.
Yeah, now we should be rolling. JFK, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and that's it.
True. Yeah, we're not saying, dude.
Come on, dude.
Dude, that's insane. Also, the hardest part is when the dudes get killed, knowing the guy who stepped in. That's the one that's
I know.
real.
It's the VPs that get me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
knowing
why Johnson gets me every time, even though LBJ's very, very famous.
still though, dude, that's tough. That's tough to remember.
I always want to go JFK straight to Nixon because in my head I think of
Exactly.
who was battling who.
yeah,
Like Quincy Adams and Jackson were battling.
but there was a.
We'll
dude.
get into we'll talk presidents later today.
Yeah, true.
Boy, do we have
Yeah.
actually, you probably already saw it.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe not. Well, yeah,
Or maybe
not.
nobody ever saw it.
True.
We'll see.
We'll never know.
Yes.
It's held in the future.
This
It's all
is in
held
the future, but what a beautiful future it could be.
True.
We could be on the precipice of, if you would have told us this 2 years ago,
Yeah.
we would have said,
No way.
wow, what a great audience.
No way. I would have been like, hey, that's all cool and all, but let me tell you something about myself that's going to totally change the way.
3 years ago, I'd be like, dude, I'm better than everybody in the scene, and everybody hates me.
Yeah. Let me tell you about an article I wrote on the internet one time that got a lot of shares.
True. Oh, that was good.
It's a good go-to, just sitting back there with like some dude from Mad TV, like, yeah, I did this thing on
Yeah,
Facebook one time. The
I
guy
went
said there
viral. I
was,
mean,
like-
going viral is like easy. Like I've done it a couple of times. It's not hard. Sure, I've been chasing that dragon every day ever since.
dude, that's sick. That's sick. Gashville was a big one.
Gashville was all. It was just very. It's so nice to take the bros out on the road.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even hang out with them.
just took him
I
out.
literally, they were just out.
You
doing their
unleashed
thing.
them.
Yeah. But God, oh, this is funny. Yeah, I don't want to. It's a nasty thing to say, but it was funny. It's a funny thing to say. Bargatze, we were all at. I went to Vecchione's special taping because he filmed that. So it was like Soder, Jay, the bros. Soder, Jay, Vecchione, Josh Adam, fucking Nate Bargatze, all the bros were chilling. And Nate was like, this is our group of friends, dude. You're the new guy. Ari was there. He was looking at me. He was like, you're the new guy.
Yeah.
And I can tell you're going to try to bring people in, dude. Don't do it. I was hammered. I was like, I'm bringing all my bros, dude. And they fucking suck to be around. And they're going to ruin this. I just kept talking shit. It was very
funny.
nice. It was fun.
That is fun.
Wow. What a great. The other one, I don't know if I want to say.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. I'll say it. It was funny. I was hammered.
Yeah.
And Nate kept fucking with me. It was really funny because Gardini was right next to me, and Nate was like, "Oh, superstar," and he was like, "Oh, this is how it."
He was giving you Gardini superstar.
Yeah.
No.
He walked. Nate hit me.
With
Bargatze
superstar.
was like, "Big superstar," like doing that to me.
It's the food chain.
And Gardini was just sitting there like, "Oh, I see." It was very, very funny.
That's so funny.
But he kept doing that, and eventually I got shit faced, and he was like in my face talking shit to me, like being funny. He was being a friend, and I was like, "Dude, I'll push you down right now." There was like these chairs behind him. I was like, "Dude, I'll push you. You're gonna fall into those chairs."
Yeah.
And while you're down there, you're gonna go, "You'll never work in this town again." And guess what, dude? I will. And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So then the next day I go in, we're doing another show. I come in, and of course, this time I'm not hammered. So I'm in the green room like, "Hey, everybody. Hey, how are you?" And he's like, "This is Humble Shane." He's like, "Give him an hour. He's going to be talking about throwing you into fucking chairs." I was like, "Damn, he got me." He's like, "Look at this fake humble motherfucker walking in here."
That's so funny.
Coming in. Hey.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was such a fun trip. And yeah.
That's
Got
all
to watch the Sixers blow it last night.
Did they really?
Yeah, they suck, dude.
Oh fuck! It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs. They were up 3-0
Are they
against
done?
Toronto. No, but they lost the last two. So
Against
now
the
it's
Raptors?
3-2 against the Raptors, dude. And they looked horrendous last night. Who do you got? Do you think this will be the first 3-0 ever to lose? So far in the NBA, nobody's ever blown a 3-0 lead.
Nah, they'll rally. Sixers they'll beat. What they'll do is they'll create
now
some
they
doubt.
gotta go back to Toronto. So now this place looks like New York, Manhattan.
True.
They're going back to Toronto, and
Yeah.
they're going back to Waterloo, and that's gonna be an L. It's gonna be 3-3.
Nah, they're gonna. I think they're gonna
all
rally.
the pressure in the world is gonna be on the Sixers. Game 7 at home.
True.
And if they do win, they have to play the.
Well, what they're gonna do is they're gonna beat.
I'm all right with the Heat. I don't know.
They're gonna beat the Raptors.
Although, yeah,
they're gonna just squeak out on the Raptors, and then they're gonna lose like embarrassingly to the Heat. Probably.
yeah. That's
Philadelphia fashion.
It's actually probably exactly what's going
You
to happen.
disappoint. You start to like slip, and then you squeak out of it, and then you go to
And
the
then
next round.
Yeah, you
and
get
just-
humiliated.
Yeah, and everyone's going like they made it to the playoffs.
Hey, this is it.
Hey, they made it. They'll be next year.
Yeah.
It is a building year though. It's a young team, dude.
No, they put all their marbles into this season.
Did they?
And it's not paying off.
Yeah, they did. They made the trade.
They got Harden.
They
They got
Harden.
James Harden, who actually it ended up being a fair trade because Simmons won't play.
Yeah.
He still sat out.
He stinks on the other team now.
They got swept.
He never played.
He
all
never
season.
played.
What a beast, dude.
He just wore cool
He's
clothes
kind
on
of
the
a beast.
sideline.
What a beast,
He didn't wear
dude.
it in Game 4. Did you notice that?
He dressed conservatively for Game 4.
The Game 3, he was dressed. He looked like Pete Davidson. He was wearing like orange. He dressed like a
Yeah.
fucking Cabbage Patch. Like it looked fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was wearing like orange polka dot fucking pants. He looked like a clown.
Really?
Not like that's
Sure.
not. I'm saying it literally. I'm not being like clown ass.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
exactly. Yeah.
And he just stood like a scarecrow. He just stood
The whole time.
in the middle of they're all wearing black.
Yeah.
Everybody's in black, and there's one dude with fucking like circular pink glasses, just standing there,
Yeah.
not doing it, not cheering. Just
Do you think he got like bit by Cam Newton?
I think he got bit by Cam Newton, dude. 100%. He got bit by Scam.
There is a thing. I feel like there's a thing that happens with like professional athlete black dudes where they just somehow start dressing like dudes from like the Bravo channel.
They
Start dressing
oh, yeah.
like Cam Newton does it the best.
Every single one of them dresses like
start dressing like
RuPaul's
Dumb
Drag Race. It's fucking wild, dude.
They get the Dumb and Dumber bug, dude. They get hit. They start looking like the dudes from Dumb and Dumber.
Handing out money to people and shit. They absolutely get the Dumb and Dumber. That's 100% what happens.
It's crazy.
They go from nothing. Our bets heads are falling off. They get fucking $100 million in a year.
They're just
Start wearing fucking pink tuxedos.
standing on the sidelines of the game they're supposed to play. Like,
Dude,
not yet. Just
I gotta show you what this fucking dude looked like.
I mean, dude, why? What's his reason for not playing? Does his ankle hurt or something?
Now he's saying it's his back. He wouldn't play in Philly because of like mental issues.
Yeah.
Now it's his back.
Nice. That's good. The depression gave way. Now
Stephen A.
it's just
Smith
back
had it
pain.
going. He was like, I thought when Russia bombed Ukraine, he was going to use. Oh, no, that was about Kyrie. Kyrie sits out.
He sits too.
Kyrie will sit.
Nice.
Kyrie tries not to play.
Really? Well, they fucking sidelined him for like a year.
Yeah, but he was like good.
Yeah.
During like George Floyd, he was like, nobody play.
Oh,
like
he's been doing.
he's been trying the whole time. Like, we should not be playing.
Let's not play this game.
You're gonna.
I mean, if they had to unleash all the fucking honks, dude, on the court, it's nothing but if basketball was just alt-right honks, dude. What the fuck? Is he there?
I'm not exaggerating.
Why is he doing that?
Look at him just.
He just sat there the whole
And
time?
towards the front of the bench. So he was like next to the fucking head coach standing.
He looks like he's on like a season of All That for Nickelodeon.
He does. Dude. It's actually probably.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's I don't know. He might be getting too much pussy. That seems to be symptomatic of getting too much pussy. Yeah, he's getting too much pussy.
That's a level of pussy.
Yeah. He has pussy autism, I think. I think he's got so much pussy, he's become autistic, dude. He's like, do I have to do anything anymore?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to stand
They're
here.
just going to keep giving me $30 million. I can
Yeah.
be like, oh, my back.
Oh. And he's young enough where the teams are being like, oh, we'll get him.
We can
We're going to fix
him.
him. Yep, exactly. Yeah, the teams are suffering from like battered girlfriend syndrome. They're like, I'm gonna fix him.
I'm gonna be the one who changes bad boy.
Bad boy Ben, dude. I'm gonna be the one who puts him into some gray slacks, dude. They just want to take those.
Somebody needs to get him
off.
into some khakis. That's why, like, Scam went to the Patriots. The Patriots can do that in the NFL.
True.
They take all the bad eggs and they're like, "You're doing it this way, or you're never gonna work again."
True. Yeah.
You want to win?
Can you imagine?
Here's a bunch of white wide receivers that are going to show you how to do it. Here's a bunch of white wideouts. They're going to run routes and work hard.
Could you imagine pulling down someone's orange leather pants and sucking their dick?
Unbuckling like a 30-pound pair of pants. He's fucking 6'10". Those pants must be 40 fucking pounds. His luggage must weigh.
It's crazy. He's a giant.
He's a
You sit
freak,
there, you're
dude.
like, nice, I'm dating Ben Simmons. You watch him stand on the sideline all night, and he comes home from standing there, and you're like, well, I guess I'll suck
I'm
this
just
guy's
going to
dick
suck this guy's definitely gigantic cock
out of his orange pants.
out of his fucking clown pants. Dude. For the clout, bro. You gotta fuck a dude who's being afraid to play. One of the nights I didn't go out. I said, you know what, Thursday night I gotta take it easy.
Yeah.
We got big shows this weekend. The boys decided to go down to the festival without me,
Really?
and let me tell you,
Did some recon.
they ran the place.
Really?
They went in, had drinking in the green room on shows that weren't. I mean, what were you doing?
Who's
It
showing?
wasn't me.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't in the green room.
I'm on my own P's and Q's.
You were not in the green room.
Nah, I was.
Yeah, you were in there showboating.
It's vampire status, dude. If you're not on the show, it's pure vampire. It's like, can I enter? And you're like, yes, you may.
It was party time.
Really?
The bros were running
Whose
amok.
show was it? Who's on
Well,
the
actually,
official bill?
O'Connor was on the show. He was on. It was the
Gotcha.
first show was like a KFC live show.
Gotcha.
So the O'Connor man was in there, but he had been drinking since about
So
noon.
he kept the door open for the bros.
Then Lemaire and Guard Dog were in there. The Bees.
Partying.
Bees did the right thing though. Bees
Bees-
left. He said,
yeah.
I'm not being a part of this. This is
Really?
evil.
They're stealing green
Lemaire
room
was in
value.
there doing cartwheels and shit.
What?
I think he got kicked out of the next show. The next show's green room was like, "Who are you?"
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was. I got the report back, and I pretended to be angry, but I couldn't have been more
God, that's
excited to be able to hold that over them.
And that's the start of the weekend.
Yeah, that was the start of their trip.
Oh my! So they're all in trouble.
Here's the man of the hour, dude.
Yo.
The other big shot.
Oh, the old train hopper, dude.
Yeah, the train hopper.
Jack Black
The
himself,
old
dude.
vagabond.
Stand by me.
Yo, where's your stick and bandana?
Yeah, you want to actually, that story's been told 900 times, but give it a shot, God.
Really? They told the story
What
already?
happened? Why'd you think you could be that big of a tough guy right when you got to Nashville? You're jumping off trains right away, drinking whiskey.
It's
Who
just
are
the
you?
rock star lifestyle, dude.
You became the Dennis the Menace bad guy.
We had to get home. We had to munch. And the train was in the way.
Dude. The train was in your way. That's the arteries of this nation, dude. If you guys shut that train down, there would have been a whole city that didn't get
True.
lumber, whole city that didn't get a pallet of bricks
We were
or
thinking about-
antibiotics. That was probably an antibiotic train.
Yeah.
It could have
In
been.
these troubling times, too?
Yeah, these uncertain times.
Yeah, dude. You know the BA 2.5 V's out, dude.
In these
what's
uncertain,
that?
what was
The
his
BA2V?
quote? What was Phil's quote in that video, that Easter video?
Oh, fuck.
He was like, in these uncertain times, we're only going to be better.
Oh, yeah.
Something like Sorry. It would truly be very good.
I can make it happen instantly.
And if you actually got good at it,
Dude. I am good at tech deck. That's all I did in grade school was ride a tech deck within my desk.
I couldn't do anything. I did the same thing. I would just look at, I liked the art. I liked the art on the bottom. I'd be like, this is my favorite skater now.
Yeah, dude,
I never watched one skating event ever.
really?
I just played Tony Hawk. I was like, Buck Elastic's so fucking cool because he had a cool name.
Yeah, true. Steve Caballero. Yeah,
I
Tony
used to
Hawk
think it was
smashed.
Geoff Raleigh.
What is his name?
Jeff.
Oh, it's Geoff. I didn't know it was Geoff either.
I didn't know anybody. I didn't know you could say it like that.
That's why would you spell your name like that?
Because you're a pussy.
Dumbass.
Beat the shit out of your parents, dude.
Dude, he just entered. He was 12 years old and he looked at the dude who owned PAL and was just like, he had the two boxes, pro and amateur, and he just goes, checks pro and looks at him like, is this cool? And the guy was like, I guess you're a pro now, dude. You'll go compete against the pros. So he just competed against the pros. And
when he was like, holy shit.
12-year-old dude. It's insane.
Is he from California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
You would imagine, right?
He was
Isn't that where they're all from?
I think most of them. The
Like
Bones
to be the
Brigade-
young bro.
the Bones
starting
Brigade.
that early.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He was skating like fucking cement pools at 12 years old, just catching air. He was nasty. I'm not even going to keep droning on about it, but it's a sick.
No,
it's a sick documentary.
It's a good thing to be enthusiastic about. Tony Hawk is pretty cool.
Well, that's what Bill. So Billy did his 5 grams of mushrooms, and Billy came down, and my brother was watching the Tony Hawk doc. So Billy on 5 grams, like, because when you do that much, it's like it hits you in a wave where you kind of just go under, and then you come up and you're like, oh, I think I'm done now.
Yeah.
So he came up, witnessed Tony Hawk land the 900, and then he said all the cheers started happening, and he just went like. Just like kind of went back under. There was
Tony Hawk 900 sent him back.
Sent him back into the
spirit
astral realm.
Dude. I didn't stay up late enough to experience the coming down thing.
Oh,
I just went into hell and passed out.
oh, that's actually ideal because you have to come. The worst part is when you re-enter. Like, what happened to me was
dude.
I had to like rebuild the world in my head, and it was like. I was like, all right, so what's the setup
is
here?
this?
It's like
Who's
we're all
that?
revolving around money, and I'm like, that's a big misstep we all took a long time ago. And then it was like countries, armies, barbed wire naval bases, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we fucked up.
And it was like, and then we're just all obsessed with making money. I'm like, do we have to do that? And I was like, maybe there's another way to organize it. And it was just like an hour of coming back to Earth.
Yeah.
And it was just being like, it was all. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
The closest I came was towards the end, seeing myself in the bathroom mirror. Like I got up to go to the bathroom, and I was like, I could see where I was.
Yeah.
So that was a big step forward.
That's good.
But then I hit that mirror, and I was like, holy shit, that's what I look like. And it was like, face looked as red as and pink as it possibly could. I remember being like, I look like Gus the Groundhog to a T, dude. I was in there like. It was terrifying, and yeah, that was the closest I came to like back to reality, and then escaped out of there.
Dude, from experience, I'll say the times that I've taken mushrooms while drinking, except for at Magoobies, I had an absolute blast. The one time I got hammered on tequila and ate like a quarter ounce of mushrooms, it was the darkest experience.
I wasn't even
I've
drinking
ever had.
that much at that point.
Yeah, yes, you.
I stopped
at
because I was
Magoobies?
doing Molly that night.
Oh, that was the bachelor
major
party.
night.
That was
Yeah.
the bachelor party.
Yeah, I stopped when I hit the.
True. Although that shift
I was
in that
drinking
bar,
for sure
that
before.
shift in that bar was impressive. I
What's
watched
that?
everyone get hammered in that bar.
Yeah,
So, but that how it all ended.
yeah,
So you were in like a almost alcohol over hangover space.
yeah.
Then the mall, then the mushies, and then you died.
And I actually, yeah.
That's what Billy kept doing. Billy kept like going through an entire life. It was like he kept calling them processions. So it'd be like this long procession, and then it would all end like, all right, it's over, dead now. He would die, and then like come back to, and it'd be another procession. He just went through like rounds of multiple lives. It was pretty nuts.
You said he seemed shook when you saw him.
I wouldn't say he seemed like he was chilling for
He
sure.
went through something.
But it seemed, his eyes
He
seemed like
experienced something.
yes, it seemed like he'd been
Dude, I almost fainted yesterday.
awestruck.
I almost
What?
fainted. I did. I went to the gym and I was working out. During the last, I didn't almost faint, but I was like, I got lightheaded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I get
I got,
lightheaded
like-
every day.
I never get that was
get
the first
lightheaded.
time I got lightheaded, like very lightheaded working out.
If I wake up sometimes in the morning, like I'll lay there and I get lightheaded like every morning. I like lay there and I'm
Really?
like, whoa. I have low blood, like not low blood pressure, but I'm on the very much low side.
Oh, that's good.
Kind of chill. Sometimes I'll get a wave of lightheadedness while I'm laying there and just go like, whoa.
Nice.
Just go into it. But
Yeah, it was enough that the thing that reminded me was the eyes. Like my trainer was like, I was like, damn, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
We were doing this thing. I was like pushing a sled, doing push-ups and sit-ups and shit.
Yeah.
And I would like push the sled down and back, and I stopped and I was like, dude, I'm fucked up. Like something's. I was like, I'm out. I can't catch my breath, but I'm not like.
Yeah.
I was just like.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you're very lightheaded.
You're lightheaded.
I
Yeah.
can see it, and I was like,
That's funny.
I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I should chill, right? And he was like, yeah,
Relax.
just relax.
Take it easy. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, I get lightheaded all
It
the
was
time.
embarrassing.
Nah, dude, that's totally normal.
felt
You
shame.
pushed it to the limit
I pushed it to the limit for 10 days, and then I was like, all right, it's time for me to work out hard.
for sure. Oh yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
another thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you eat? Because we worked out late, and I was like, not really.
oh, there you go.
So
yeah.
that'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I ate what my woman ate. I ate girl stuff
Nah, you need a minute
till 4 p.m.
Yeah,
I ate 2 hard-boiled eggs, And like the smallest cup of the way women eat is crazy.
Their portions are offensive, dude.
The portion she gave me, she was like, I was going to eat these. I don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
Do you want these? And I was like, yeah, I'll have those.
What was it?
The smallest bowl of noodles you've ever seen.
Dude.
I was like, all right, it's time for me to work out.
I would have flew into a rage.
I did. I mean, of course, I slurped the nudes.
True. The funny thing is, Billy, so I was like, damn, he kind of seemed like he was chilling, but his face is just like, when you get done those, you're like... So I'm like looking at him like, all right, dude definitely got rocked. And then I'm like, I guess he seemed like, nah, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, like an hour later hits me up. I'm like, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, come I'm making burgers. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Probably just gonna walk. And I like mathed it out. I'm like, it's like 4 miles. And I was like, oh, this guy got rocked, dude.
He got rocked.
There's nothing better than taking a super long walk after
getting rocked.
Oh, I put the tunes on.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
I had a nice long drive on the way home.
That's nice, too.
That was nice. Although I was in the depths of why didn't I play paintball hell. I was like, I got online and everyone was like, fucking pussy. I was, are you guys, was that fucked up?
Oh, that was so fucking funny.
It's like, was that bad that I didn't do that? I mean, who the fuck cares, right? And they're like, yeah, dude, who cares? I was like, you sure I'm not like a shitty friend? No. These guys are saying I'm like a shitty guy.
It's so funny, too, to be like, what a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, I did DMT all night.
Nobody cared.
I wasn't going to go play.
That's weird, man. That is strange though to get like your behaviors co-opted to where it's like nobody gave a fuck there.
Of course,
nobody cared.
if I got, I'm pretty good at sensing how people feel.
Yeah.
If they would have cared, I would have done it. If I sensed any party that was like I can't, dude. If you first off, I would have been like, that's weird. But if you would have been like, I want you to play.
Yeah.
I would have been like, all right, maybe Matt's weirder than I thought.
Yeah, but Shane, it'd be really important for me. Like, I need to see you on the battlefield.
Dude, I need this.
Oh, dude.
No,
I took my mushroom microdose and was just so excited for battle. I went out there that morning. It was so tight.
It was when I got out there, it was like, damn, that looks fun. Well, for you guys, I still had no desire.
Yeah, I could see. It's one of those things. If someone was like, I'm good on that, I'd be like, no, that makes like people ask me to skydive all the time.
I kind of hated everyone. Like, I kind of hated a lot of people there.
Really?
The people that were playing. I really was like, if one of those fucking douches shot me and was like, the fuck, I'd be
yeah.
I didn't like that. That's not my vibe.
Although we were on the dream team. The dream team
was nice. The racial alliance in the first round, the first 2 rounds, the racial alliance was incredible.
Yeah, it was us.
It was incredible, dude.
It was us and a bunch of black dudes.
It was war mode linked with black dudes.
Yeah.
The unholy alliance had finally been completed.
That's what the Democrats are fighting against,
Democrats
dude.
are that's who you fought. You guys were the Republicans.
We did.
Versus like fat librarian women.
Yes, dude.
And it was exactly what
a couple of Latino stalwarts, dude.
It was exactly what the Civil War will be. And it's not going to be good.
Bro, it was a fucking bloodbath.
More importantly, dude, Musk.
Oh.
Tell me about it.
What, Musk?
Yeah, what do you think? You checked Twitter yesterday?
Yeah, he bought Twitter. He got it.
Did you see the babes? Or did you see all the babes crying?
Dude, you can
all the journos crying? They're the babes now.
Safely ignore them. It's coming out now that it's becoming more apparent that they're holding less and less power.
Yeah.
In terms of like any of that stuff.
Like
nobody cares.
It was actually good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
That he bought it.
Yes.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, dude. I'm genuinely pumped. You get a lot of people who are too cool for school on it. They're like, who gives a fuck? It's like, nah, it's a good thing, you know? Got the Musk man on the Twitter. Maybe stop all this crazy nonsense.
It's really funny to read these people like Elon Musk is such a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I don't understand the Musk. I know people. The big thing people go is like, he didn't even invent Tesla. He just bought the company. It's like, all right, sick slam, dude. Yeah, he just acquired the company for like $1 billion. What a fucking loser. It's like, I don't know.
God, it's some of the tweets from people just like, get ready for an unprecedented flood of anti-vax content on this platform.
Don't worry, I've been ready the last 3 years.
I've been patiently waiting for it.
Yeah, we've been waiting for the truth to come out.
Dude, Philly's mask mandate was nasty. Did you see that?
the
3 days. Philly did 3 days. Kenny's like, we're following the science, blah, blah, blah. They do it. And then SEPTA was like, no, we're not. I think he got set up. Because Philly did a mask mandate for 3 days and SEPTA, then the airport thing dropped where like no more airports on a federal level. So SEPTA was like, yeah, we're not doing it either anymore. Then Kenny had to be like, look, it's all political, guys. This has nothing to do with science, blah, 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 blah.
He came out and said that?
He did. He did come out. And he was like, Yeah, it was pretty tough. That was a win for him. But also, I guarantee before he was like, guys, we're following the science with the masks. Then he was like, guys, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors. Pretty sick. It is tight. He said that. Brittany said that. She was like, at least he admitted it was all political.
At least he finally admitted it. I mean, that's kind of an impeachable offense.
Yeah, true.
To be like, dude, none of that was real. Yeah. I'm just fucking bullshitting.
Well, he was saying like,
I'm just bullshitting to keep my job and make the party happy.
Well, he was like, he's like, that was fucked up. We should have been all on the same page. But they were just like, yeah, dude, the lady struck it down at a federal level. People are still holding, dude, it's so funny. People are still holding it down. There's people that no matter what they say now are going to be like, nah, dude, I'm keeping the 95 on.
Dude, the airport was sweet though.
Yeah, the airport was. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, you guys got to enjoy it when they dropped it off?
The second day they did it.
Yeah. Fuck. It was, what's nice is, the best is when you land in one of those, in the safe cities, dude.
True.
You land in Nashville, you get off.
Oh, yeah.
Bros, no masks.
Dude. No.
Then you fly back and you land in JFK. You're like, oh, yeah.
I saw some of the bros. When I went to Austin, I encountered some bros. I was unprotected. And it was nice to see them. I was like, sick. At least they caught me, dude, in my wild state.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you mean you saw some fans?
Bros came up like, what's up? Hell, and I was just wandering around there. Brittany, the whole time, she's like, it's a federal mandate. I'm like, Brittany, they're not going to do anything.
Oh, my God.
They're not going to do anything. Don't worry about it. Dude, just the whole time.
Yeah, it's funny just walking around with like just your nose hanging out for a while. Then you start to realize there's a couple dudes not wearing them.
Oh, like, as soon as I see them.
I'm going to do this for everybody.
Dude.
I'm going to make everybody comfortable.
Hold a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Hold a bottle. Like, I might sip it.
Yeah.
I laughed yesterday thinking about a new superhero called Super Pussy. Just a K95 and a face shield and latex gloves. It's
actually a federal mandate.
It's Super Pussy.
Yeah. Hold the fort. It's actually a federal mandate.
Hold on, guys. The BA2's back.
Hey, you guys are about to have a party?
Oh, dude.
Hold your horses.
Dude, it is. It's genuinely, it's become to the point where it's like there's sex with a condom. And then there's sex without. It's like having the mask. Dude, it's like just wearing that thing everywhere. It's like, dude, I can't live. I can't live with this thing on my face. I'd rather rip it off. And like if I get something, I get something, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fully willing to take the chance.
Of course.
I did this.
Yeah.
I took the chance. It paid off.
Maybe I'm super pussy. Did you hear that?
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Super Pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you're making a really good point about racial injustice right now. Wow, I never thought of it that way.